Alright, I started the stream. I have rules for all these things. Okay, so I think I will do the recap.
Okay.
You guys created your plan to fight Zeta No. You did your best. You created the Hallow spell. You chose the battlefield. You chose the time of day. Zeta No. You called him to fight. Unfortunately, he was much above your capacity to fight and slay. And you lost Pala, who had turned into Frappe, due to certain circumstances. Unbeknownst to you, unfortunately, she was transformed into Frappe Guardian Angel, an artificial Indra. And as sort of a test, Zeta No had her attack you guys, along with himself. Thoroughly trouncing you guys, he took the hammer, one relic, and then the Book of Indrala, a second relic. He executed Gain, and then left. You guys escaped, for the most part, and what was left behind was Certus tending to a dead body and a leftover soul from the transformation. And that is where we begin. I believe let's start then. Certus,
Yes.
you have been abandoned by the party. You have the dead body of Gain, missing a heart, Kranich pawing at her. You have the ring where you hear her soul. Gain, you see everything through Certus's eyes. And you can communicate with him, no problem. You guys look over to the husk of a body left behind. You see red hair, pointy ears, very gaunt looking, as this husk of this fading soul remains. And as you guys as you kind of go over there, Certus, making sure that Gain's body is fine, the demon eventually leaves. After realizing he can't get you guys through the Hallow. You look at... I don't know why this isn't playing. You look over to the body, and you notice that as it its hand sort of touches Gree, and there's a few leftover bits and baubles, the pouches that Pala had are still there. There's still a few trinkets and that Frappe sort of left behind, and you see that there is a seed that sort of falls off the body and lands in the ground, and you start seeing branches and flowers begin to sprout from the ground underneath the body, as the seed of second chance that Pala had is now being used to give a second chance. You watch as the brambles begin to sprout flowers, these purplish flowers, which you recognize this lavender. And they sort of encompass the body, and a cocoon forms over the elven figure. The rest of you guys that teleported to 500 feet away, some time passes, but you're well aware that whatever would have happened in that battlefield has happened. Grig, Isidore, Isaac, what are you guys doing?
I mean, I guess we'd probably head back to, like, the hotel or wherever we're staying and regroup there, right? Wait for everyone else to show up.
Do you think they got away? Game was right there, but yeah, it's fine.
Listen, kid. What happened. We should see who did survive. If they survived, there's only one place they'd go. Go back to where we were staying. We can think about this on the way there. I don't know what the solution is, but we should start thinking about our next steps.
Next steps, huh? Thanks, Isidore. I guess you're right. Yeah.
Cool heads prevail, kid. Keep a level head, eyes on the prize. Everything can be resolved if you put enough elbow grease into it.
Enough elbow grease, huh? I'm glad you're okay, Greg.
Are we in the same spot?
I'm assuming you guys talked about a place you would teleport to should things hit the fan.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, you guys would be in the same place.
I'm glad you got out of there, Greg.
Yeah.
Are you okay there?
No, Isidore. I'm not really okay. I left Solaris.
Sorry.
Isidore just kind of gets down on one knee and just kind of like to get on more close eye level with Grig. Puts his hand on his shoulder. Listen, there's a lot of times in life where you want to save everyone. You need to take care of everyone, but sometimes you have to take care of yourself, and sometimes you do it without thinking. Sometimes you do it out of fear. It's not because you have malice or because you want to throw someone under the bus per se, or under the carriage, but it's just the nature of things. Sometimes it's the way things result. It's the end result of just being human, being mortal. Death is a scary thing. The darkness, the permanent darkness, is frightful. I wouldn't hold it against you. I wouldn't hold it against yourself for leaving when you did. We were faced with
Supposed to be the Wizard. I'm supposed to be the Wizard,
Yeah,
and I failed.
Greg, we all failed. There's nothing we could do.
Well, we don't know what happened to Certus. We don't know for a fact that Pala is dead. I mean, we saw the body, right? Yeah, we saw the body.
You saw the left. Oh, actually, you guys left before that happened. Grig probably would have been the one where they starting to see like there was something that kind of like a split in that sort of regard. But I think Isaac and you and Isidore, the two of you guys, just saw Frappe.
There must be some of Pala left in Frappe. We might be able to figure something out, but this was a monumental task even for a group such as ourselves. We did fail. Quite spectacularly.
Can we? I mean, Zetna was Palo away from our hands. I couldn't do a single thing, Isidore. I couldn't do a single thing.
No, you couldn't. Neither could I. Neither could Grig. Neither could any of us. We didn't stand a lick of a chance. There was nothing we could have done. No theoretical plan we could have conjured. No sequential set of spells. There was the strength between us was so wide of a chasm and insurmountable that we had no chance. Through no fault of our own. It's a lesson. Sometimes life lessons cost you money. Sometimes they cost you life. But it's in that spirit that you need to take the lessons you learn in life, no matter how painful, no matter what the cost, and use them towards the living, use them towards a better future.
It's hard to accept that, Isidore, but thank you, and thanks for saving me.
Of course. I told you. I told all of you. I would protect you.
And you did.
Yes, well, there were people I couldn't protect in the past, and I've always regretted it, and I'd never let myself live it down if I couldn't at least try to save someone else, at least just once. So, as long as I'm standing here, you guys will be fine. Or at least I will do everything in my power to protect you. I guess I cannot guarantee it, but...
Isidore, I have to ask, though. Never mind. Yeah, you're right. Let's go back.
He kind of looks at you. It was my family. My entire family was wiped from existence long ago. I'm the only one left. There's nothing I could have done. I died myself. It was through the grace of demise that I stand here today.
The grace of demise. Demise saved you?
I called upon his power to be brought back again, and I was brought back again in the future, but wasn't by demise directly, I suppose. But he did have a hand in my return. We can talk about the details later if you are really curious about it, but nothing brings souls together like loss, like death. But you have to move forward. That's the only way.
It's
Maybe-
kind of nod. Yeah, not really saying no.
We can head back to the hotel, and if anyone else survived, like Certus or anyone, maybe on some off chance Gain wasn't actually dead, maybe she'll show up there too. I don't know what else to do other than that. He kind of like reaches into his pocket and hands you both a chocolate. Here, I made this last night.
Kind of like smile somewhat sadly and just take it. We'll save it for later. Thanks.
And I guess the three of us return back to the hotel then and wait and see if anyone else shows up.
Okay. Certus, how long do you wait?
Wait for what? Like wait at the.
Wait at the site.
Oh, Certus is leaving already. Certus is gone the moment he gives the ring. She's like, oh, we should head out. After he gives the ring to Paula.
Oh, okay, so you wait until the cocoon finishes whatever it's doing then, so you can give that ring.
Right. Sure.
You so you just kind of sit there. You see, like, there's definitely some kind of like healing, sort of like nature-y, almost divine in some way, sort of magic happening here as these like lavenders bloom all over this body. Eventually they begin to open up, and you just smell the scent of lavender just wash over the area. And a bit of time passes where the cocoon finishes whatever it's doing and the blossoms fade away, and you see that the gaunt elf, redhead elf that's left there, she has these lavenders in her hair that remain, and you see that the frame is more full. It glows slightly before fading. The figure begins to open its eyes. The elf, you see, as you begin to open your eyes, you start like coming from like a long sleep. It almost feels like. You remember mostly everything. Some parts are hazy here and there, but you remember, as you open your eyes, you see Certus kind of like looking over you as you open your eyes.
Ah, you're awake. What's all this? Ugh. And I'm like touching the cocoon stuff. Like, oh, it's so sticky.
Hello.
Hi. Are
You
you?
seem troubled.
No, I'm more concerned about you right now. Do you know who
I am
you
fine.
are?
That is an interesting question.
Right.
I am aware that I exist, though I do not believe I have a name per se.
Do you have something you would like to be called? Because, but let me tell you, before you went by the name of Paula, and then another form, something like Frappe.
Yes, I am aware of this. I'm not either, per se.
Okay.
But
I-
perhaps if she was Paula, then I will take her surname. You may call me Ayana.
One more time for my old ears.
Ayana?
Ayana. Okay. And you may call me Certus.
It is nice to meet you, Certus.
Right.
I believe something not very good has happened.
Right. You got that right. Something terrible has happened. And that's okay. But you do you remember anything else?
Yes, it's all as if I read about it in a book a very long time ago. So
Oh, okay.
forgive me for the details are not.
No, you're forgiven. I have no quarry with you or anything. Oh, well, here, put this on. And I take the ring of gain and be like, maybe she'll help you remember a bit more or refine the details of the book.
Sure. Yeah, and I'll put the ring on.
Pala?
If you were expecting to speak with the person you knew before, I am sorry to say that they are not here. I am called Ayana.
Ayana. I see. Hi, do you remember me?
I do. I remember a sense of kinship. You are a remarkable smith, as far as my memory serves.
If you say so. I'm so sorry.
You need not apologize.
Just I'm not sure where we go from here.
I can't hear you. Like, what's she saying in there? Ayana.
She seems to be confused about where to go from here.
Oh,
I believe there is only one way out of this area, though.
I think she's talking about something beyond that. Hello. I know you can't. I can't hear you, but the first thing I think we should do is put you back into a body. Being a ring probably doesn't taste that good in your mouth. I don't know if you can taste in there.
This
I remember
is
being put
good
inside of
to
a
know.
metal pot or something one year.
I was confused how a ring could be a remarkable blacksmith. But now that I know that she was not always a ring, this is important. Thank you.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Ooh, and sorry to cut off your conversation inside your head. Do you remember the others?
Yes, I remember. If I'm going from the memories, a group of. How would you say this? Improbably attractive young people, all surrounded in a single party. Though there is something. One of them. There was something that was wrong with one of them. I cannot put my finger on it. The one by
Oh.
the name Grizz.
Who?
Grizz? That is the
Oh,
name that comes to
Grieg.
mind.
Grieg?
Hmm.
Grig.
Do you mean Grig?
I think I may mean Grig. I think Paula did not like blonde for some reason, something about his hair. But I do not think it is important now.
Oh. Well, drama. Anyways, Ayana, let's why don't we go ahead and find your little what are they called? Teammates. And also you, Gain, in there if you can hear me. I think it's best if we all gather up and figure out the next plan of attack. I'm sorry that you're both going through some very big changes. I've never had to do that myself, but hey, that fight could have ended worse. I could have died.
You seem like a very capable leader. I'm glad to be
Oh,
around someone like you.
thank you. Yeah, that's what they call me. Certus, Captain Certus sometimes. Not this group. Maybe another group in the future will.
I will keep a lookout for this moniker in the future.
Thank you. All right, let's go find those teammates of ours.
Gain,
Mhm.
would you have planned ahead in case something like this would happen? A certain functionality in Kranich that might be able to interface with the ring. He does have a vocal cord system.
Oh. Does he? Well, I suppose that is a possibility. Gain is a little bit paranoid about dying.
I think
So
yeah.
I can see her planning for this eventuality. She's used the ring before, and she may have not for herself, but she may have created a way to sort of hook it up to something so that she doesn't have to wear it directly.
I
And
think
since she already had that, she may have just installed it on Kranich.
a panel opens up in like a small little almost like a USB drive opens up in the back of the neck of Kranich. Certus and Ayana, you guys both see it. It looks like it fits the ring you have on Ayana almost perfectly.
It might be a bit more subtle than that. She may just explain to whoever's wearing it how to find the spot and put it in. I don't think that he's quite that I don't know, mechanical in that way, if that
Fair
makes
enough.
sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I catch your drift.
Alright. I think this is the right spot. And I'll put the ring into the slot.
You put the ring in. You see little bits of vines begin to cover it over as sort of like a protective sort of spot. Gain, you feel your soul still inside the ring, but almost you were originally you didn't feel like limbs anymore, but you kind of almost intertwined with Kranich's systems. And you feel like you have whatever you tell Kranich, he will do, and it's pretty reactive. You feel like you're almost like you're piloting Kranich right now, and you have access to his vocal cords.
I see. I'm not controlling him as such.
For
Just-
sure. Just sort of asking him to do things here and there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha. Wow, okay. This is new for me.
You guys
Um,
hear that coming from Kranix's mouth.
Oh, the bear's talking.
Oh, I
Hello, bear.
understand now. You were a bear before you were a ring.
Oh, that makes so much more sense. Well, not really. I don't get it.
no, I wasn't, but that's okay. We should get out of here.
Right. Yep. Let's head out, I guess. In this
Do you-
direction.
Did the others make it out? I couldn't see them all.
Oh, they all disappeared in some sort of door of dimensions, if you will.
Okay. All right. That's good at least.
Right. Right. It was really good.
We'll have to go find them.
Yes. We can do that. Let's go to a common place where we think they'd go. I'm not sure how trusting they are that we survive.
Well, I don't
Well-
remember everything that happened, so I guess I wouldn't know.
Right.
Okay. You guys start heading back. I think, Gain, your passive intelligence score is, I think, just smart enough to realize, like, well, it seems that in the event of an emergency, you guys would meet up in the most, like, neutral, public place you could go to, and that probably being the inn back in Port Alexia.
Fair enough. Okay.
Kranich carries your body on his back. And you guys begin to walk on until you guys did this a little bit out of town. It takes some time before you finally head back to Port Alexia properly.
Certus,
Yes.
I'm guessing that if you could bring me back, you would have already done so, right?
Ah, yes. You're missing a vital organ that all humans need, or I guess living things. The heart.
Uh-huh. I see. Okay. All right. That's not good, is it? Can that be fixed?
Make a medicine
I
check.
for one have
Certus.
never done. Yes, sure.
I'll give you some DM knowledge here for the sake of for everything.
Right. Where's my medicine? Aha, 22.
So it's very good. 22 is very, very good. You know that the way the heart was like kind of destroyed, it would take a little bit to mend it together in a way that's actually usable. You don't think it's beyond the realm of possibilities. You've heard of stranger miracles happen, people being resurrected with no body parts, with from like a fucking finger. Right, your head priestess actually has done something akin to that before. So it's not impossible. It's just if Gain's body had another heart, a functional heart, it would have to be able to power the rest of the body. And you think that there definitely is a way. If the heart has been replaced or regrown through some kind of powerful magics, or you just happen to find a heart laying about, I guess, that's actually usable, that also hasn't suffered from necrosis, it could probably be done. It would just be difficult. But you have the soul. Like, the soul is available. It's not like it's gone off somewhere.
I mean, it's not the biggest problem, but it's definitely a problem.
Oh God. Okay. Will my what's left of me be okay until then?
Oh, this thing up here, and like sort of points to the body on your back of I guess, the
Yeah.
bear.
Yes.
It'll be fine. I'll just clean it up every day, keep it nice and ready for resurrection. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Right. Usually, I mean, I would only tell you this if I really, really meant it. I usually don't do this for party members because usually they all perish. But since you're the only one that really fell, I guess this is fine. My god would be okay with this.
Okay. All right. Just be careful, I guess.
Oh, I'm the most careful.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll
Well,
be fine
we
in my
should get
hands.
going then.
Yeah, let's find that very cool group that was fighting with us at one point.
You guys make your way to the inn. The three of you guys that enter there first. You guys come in. The innkeep says, "Oh my goodness, come in, come in." Kind of like seeing your somber faces, she preps you guys a meal, and I think you guys just kind of start waiting in like the entrance area for a bit. After some time, you guys wait for maybe about half an hour before Certus enters through the door, followed by a strange-looking red-headed elf, followed by Kranich with a unmoving Gain on his back. You guys all reconvene finally. The innkeeper does not question this. It's gotten late enough where there's not really a lot of people in the inn itself, and you guys have your rooms available to you if you guys want to just talk privately. Kranich is even allowed in and up to the room.
Ah, perfect. All right. Well, hello,
Certus.
team. Yes, Curtis. I survived.
Yeah.
Right.
What about?
Certus, I'm so sorry.
I side-eye you so hard, Grieg.
Certus.
Oh, yes, little one. It's good to see you're here.
Are you okay, Certus?
I am
So
never
sorry.
better. Or never bitter. Both work here.
You, small one, Greg, what is wrong with your hair?
That's made from a bunch of dead people, but it's about it.
Understood.
Made out of-
Certus, who's this? Is it-
Everyone, I'd like you to meet. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, hello. And you see, it looks like she looks like very similar proportioned to Pala, aside from the clear elven features, but looks like if Pala was like sitting in the corner of a dark room for like 10 years. Very, very pale skin, hair is long and thin, and very gaunt, even with the boost from the seed of second chance. But she says, "Hello. It's my understanding that you are close to Pala. I am not Pala. I have decided that I will be called Ayana, as I suppose a measure until such a time that I am no longer needed."
Iona. Got it. Iona it is then. Welcome.
Hello.
Right. This is what is left over, or what was left, after Frappe left.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, what, Yep.
I'll kind of give a pained smile, be like, "Oh, I'm glad you could." Yeah. You can.
Very
You have a place
distraught.
here. Yeah. Certus. Gain. Is she?
Oh,
I'm-
Gain. Hey, Gain, why don't you say some words?
Yeah.
Comes out of Kranich's mouth.
Hello.
Out of Krennic's mouth,
Yeah.
just to make sure.
I mean, also her body is there, right?
Yeah,
Right,
her
yeah,
body's
you're-
still there. Yeah.
Heartless body is just chilling.
Yeah. I'm still here. Sort of. Isaac, the book? What happened? I wasn't there for all of it. I'm
No,
sorry.
No, I'm sorry for asking so much of you. I'm glad I can talk to you again. No, he has the book, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm just glad that I can still talk to you. That you're not completely gone.
I think I expect I'll be back in somehow soon.
We'll get you back. Like,
Why
if
didn't
you're
you
still-
resurrect us, Otis?
Come here, little one. Come here, and I kind of grab you by the wrist, and I kind of
You
like.
don't have to do that.
Oh, he wants to know, and I lift Grieg up, and I point him at the heart. You see that? What's supposed to go there, Grieg?
I see she's missing a heart.
Ah, right. Any chance anyone here want to be a donor? And I just
Yes,
I don't Grieg
I
again.
would help. Just like put a hand over my chest and start to like try to peel through.
No,
Oh, wait,
stop
wait,
it.
no, wait. We can probably do something about this, right, Certus?
Yes. There's plenty of things we can try, and we can definitely bring back Gain in some form.
Oh, Eric, when I went to the hospital or wherever to get
Yep.
blood, remember before?
Mhm.
Were there any like hearts or recently deceased corpses there that like I could just go and grab a heart from?
I just
Would I
rolled
have seen or
I just
yeah.
rolled a little general luck check. I rolled
Yeah.
a natural 20. I. Well, shit. Okay,
There's
so.
a nice plump 23-year-old heart just sitting around.
You.
exactly?
A accident befell someone on the road to Port Alexia. They fell and hit their head on a brick. And it's the same corpse you got the blood from. You know they're set to be buried sometime soon, but the body still might be there in the morgue.
Isidore, just you like if anyone looking at Isidore, you'll see like a very despicable smile show up on his face. Ah, well, yes, actually, there's actually a bit of luck. A fellow actually had his head smashed in by a brick. Lucky you, Gain. I will be right back. Please
Well,
stand by.
Wait. What?
And Isidore just walks out. I'll be back with a heart. You just keep doing what you're doing.
I-
Wait,
Bye.
you have to prepare. And Certus kind of follows you.
Yeah, so
don't think I want that. That
I
doesn't feel right.
You don't have to do it if you don't want to, Gain.
I'm not qualified to say, but that feels disrespectful.
Well, I mean, if they're not going to use it, I'd rather you be alive personally, but I don't want to force you to do anything you don't want to do, you know?
Well, I don't know how these things go. Don't you need to be intact to move on or something?
I don't really know anymore, Gain. I'm not sure.
While he's talking, is Isaac like his hair starting to fall over one of his eyes?
Krennic?
No, like every time Isaac says something, it sounds like he's got like hair covering his face and his
The
jet
emo
black
hair?
turned into
Emo.
long.
Maybe he does. We'll say that he does.
Isidore, you start heading out to the morgue. I mean, do you stay to hear what Kranich Gain was saying? Or do you just keep going? Okay.
Oh no,
cool.
no. He just goes. He's on a mission. He's gonna
Okay.
get this heart. No one's gonna stop him.
Fantastic. I'm gonna. The moment you step out of the inserts, I know you're following as best you can, but
Right.
Isidore has the ability to be just invisible in the dark.
Right.
I will allow Isidore. It's your choice. Do you want to let Certus follow you? As
Yeah,
rushes
he lets
at the
Certus
door?
follow him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Ah,
Certus.
Certus. This way. We got a heart
What
to
are
take.
we doing?
We're saving our friend. Don't worry, Gin will be
Okay.
fine.
I mean, this is a weird way to get a heart, but
Is there a non-weird way to get a heart?
I mean, you're not wrong, but
I mean, I heard flowers work sometimes, but I don't think that's what we're after right now.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, I mean, if this works, it works.
I mean, you're the one who can resurrect him, right? Resurrect her.
I can do my best. I'm just not sure how compatible this heart may be or whatever. But I mean, it's a heart. It's better than nothing.
That is true. Well, let's go grab the heart and we'll figure it out later.
Right, as all good plans start.
Okay, you guys break into a morgue. My hands are in
I
my
love the
head,
smell of
on my
death.
face, by the way. I'm just like astounded. Oh my gosh. You guys head to the fucking morgue. There's a morgue worker there. Isidore, you know you've snuck your way through. There's only like one or two like security guards at the morgue, really, that are just kind of like wandering around. There's like it's past hours, so it's just like a guard or two that's sort of like protecting it. How do you distract them or take care of this?
Certus, break a leg. Pretend to be in pain. I don't know, distract them. Let me just walk around them.
Oh my God, sir! Help! Help! Started immediately.
Isidore will like go to like any shadowy parts to turn invisible and just kind of like sneak his way through, I guess like he did last time.
Make a stealth check with advantage.
Okay. Okay, the first was a 17, and the second was less than that, so 17.
17 is sufficient. You start making a fucking hassle outside. One of the guards like knocks on the doors like, "Hey, we may have a new visitor soon." As he looks at this old man. Oh, what's up?
Hasn't this happened before? Or was this on a
This
During
was
the heist or
Grig.
something.
This was Grig and Wendy breaking into a hospital to steal potions.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did exactly this once.
So
Nice job, guys. Josh
so-
is not reading the wacky allegations.
you guys, the door opens. Isidore, you do your best to avoid any bits of light as you just kind of head in. Most of the light is like ambient lights that's sort of on the door, but you manage to find the exact point to like slip in once the door opens. These two half-orc like orderly security members just kind of come over to you, Certus and Isidore. You head into the morgue. Certus, they go like, "Excuse me, sir. How can we help you?" And they start doing some basic CPR of sort of like helping you lay on the ground a bit and be like, "Where does it hurt, sir? What's going on?"
Oh, it hurts right everywhere. Oh, definitely in my chest area and my back a little bit. And oh, my left leg has been twitching since this morning.
Make a deception check with advantage, because even though these guys work in a morgue, they're just security guards. They don't actually have medical expertise.
He's very beat up. He's half HP.
That's true.
still.
You're fucked up. That's actually true. Yeah. So definitely with advantage, and the DC for this is low. Okay, 12 is
Okay,
sufficient. 12 is sufficient. They look at you bleeding out of like every orifice, completely destroyed, and they're like, "Sir," and he says, "Titus, go get help." And one of the half orcs just starts running off. As this guy he's like, "Sir, I'm going to leave you right here. I'm going to go get the medical first aid kit real quick." He opens the door. A few seconds go by as you just hear rushing as he comes by with like a basic healer's kit and starts like patching you up. While this is all happening, Isidore, you start heading through this morgue. Sure enough, like in one of the spots, you see like a wrapped body. It seems like this person has rights to be buried by Hitaro, so his burial is meant to be done under a full moon. So you see this body like wrapped in like mummification, but you're certain this is the same body you got last time. you want to take the heart. You've consumed hearts before, but in this instance, you're trying to take a. You're trying to keep a heart intact.
Mm-hmm.
So, describe to me how you're doing this.
Right, so he's gonna take out a I guess like a knife and kind of like try to like cut open very carefully the surface like of the chest, and then also using like what's it called, mage hand, to kind of like also use as like a third hand to like very carefully like open the tissue and pull it open and everything. Since he's like dug into hearts before, he knows generally like I think where hearts are placed and the placement and usually how to like navigate around it, just not in a delicate manner. So he's just gonna, instead of ripping through, just carefully using his knowledge, you know, like open like layer by layer, cut through the chest and find the heart and just kind of carve it out. So like very far away from the ventricles and stuff like that, not to damage the heart itself.
Okay. Make a medicine check. The DC. Is there anything else you're doing to try to make this easier?
I mean, what does prestidigitation do for me? Let's see. Simul, chill, warm. No. Cleaner soil. No.
How would he even get a heart anyway? I'm talking to whoever's left. Greg, do you know?
How Isidore would get a heart?
Yeah.
I'm guessing he would just slice someone open and take it from them.
Why would he know how to do that?
I wouldn't put it past him.
I don't want that.
Yeah,
Why
I
not?
think that's all I can do, Eric.
Okay.
Well, that's not mine.
I'm gonna put the
Sorry.
DC for this. A DC using Mage Hand. You've done this before. I'm gonna put the DC. I feel like 15's too high, and I feel like 10 is too low. So
I mean, what I could do is use all of my motes of power on myself instead of using them to like change my. I don't know if you'll allow me to do this, like flavor it this way.
Interesting.
But can I use all of my motes of power, all in one go, all 5 or 6 of them, to like imbue myself with like a connection to hearts, to like have a sense of like the hearts?
I will allow this. If go ahead and roll me a just straight charisma check.
Okay.
I will say on a 10 or higher, I will reduce the DC for the medicine check to 10.
Okay, it was 12 I rolled for charisma.
Okay. You fully channel all your motes of energy, and you just, instead of seeing like what you normally see, there's a bit of like instance where all you are seeing is just like the blood and the veins kind of going through this body. This body has been set to be buried under the full moon, as per Hitaro's rulings. So, a lot of the blood has been drained for this body, but the organs are still intact. So, but you see where the heart is. Like, it's like outlined, and you can kind of see like a highlight of it. So yeah, I will reduce the medicine check to 10. So if you make a DC 10 medicine check, you can remove this heart without any major damage to it.
Eric, would you believe me if I told you I rolled exactly a 10? I have a +1 for 11.
Okay.
I did it.
Isidore, you are fully removing the rib cage. You open up the cavity. You see the heart there. You do your best, assuming how much heart and like ventricles or like in veins and stuff like that Gain's heart needs to be replaced with. You manage to take the heart out, and you just have your hands are stained with blood as you just have a heart, a human heart you have not consumed in your hands.
Yep. I am going to try like wrap it up in like some sort of like very like clean, safe, like I guess like what's in my inventory. I have like a traveler's pack or something somewhere, like parchment or something, just to keep it safe, you know.
Like a butcher.
Like a butcher,
Like
yeah.
butcher.
So I have some wax paper.
Okay.
I'm putting it in there.
You butcher
How
it.
sanitary as a bag of holding?
actually probably really sanitary. It's an astral plane.
That's what I'm saying,
It's like a
right?
demi
Because it's
plane,
like a
yeah.
massive infinite space.
It's probably really good, actually. Yeah. So you have this heart. Outside Certus, at this point, you have like a few people coming up to you. One of them looks to be still in pajamas. It looks to be like the head of the person of the morgue, as you see like this disheveled hair, reading glasses, water ganassi kind of come over to you, and she just says, "All right, sir, just hold on still." And she says, "All right, Titus, Andromeda, go ahead and pick him up." They pick him up, and they pick you up, Certus, and they start like hauling you away with her, and says, "We'll get you to a safe little area. I guess our best area is the morgue. Sorry about this, sir." She begins to open the door to the morgue to bring you in. Make an inside check, Certus.
Wait. Natural one for.
Oh,
7.
she fully expects you to die. Like, she is actually putting you in the cremation spot.
Oh no!
I don't think doctors do that.
She's like, let's just fucking. I can't heal this guy. I'm just gonna put him. I'm just gonna do the job already. At this point,
Can I do anything, or am I
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
you can do stuff. Absolutely.
No, I'm feeling much better. Just start shouting. Oh, wait! I think lifting me up was a good idea.
Hold on, sir, please. We don't want to jostle around and reopen any wounds here, okay? They start bringing you further in. Isidore, you start hearing Certus's cries of Certus's cries of desperation as you have the heart in your hands. Do you make your exit?
Wait, does it look like Certus is literally just like...
It looks like
only
Certus
hear
is
it, I
being
think.
brought back to like where all the other bodies are held.
Ah, jeez, Certus. How do I
Can I
rescue Certus?
cast spells here, or am I?
Yeah, you can cast spells. They don't have you restrained. They're just lifting you up.
Oh, okay. Just, wait! I forgot! I can heal myself! Are they like... They're not restraining me, right?
No, they're not restraining you. You can use your hands and everything.
Okay, is there anyone else in the morgue that I can see that looks injured?
These guys look fine. The doctor just looks exhausted.
Oh, it's okay. I think I'm better now. Oh, look, watch this. I feel good, and I guess healing word on myself.
Go ahead and roll your hit points.
Just 6, so I'm more than half health now.
You, as a cleric, you invoke divine energy as you start being healed. The guards let you down, and the woman just goes, "Okay, let's get you home, sir."
Oh, right. Sorry, in a state of shock, I forget I can do things like this. I
No,
just
no,
fell over.
Well,
Excuse me, by the way, what was your intention here?
I was going to take you to lie down on one of our beds so I could treat your wounds.
Oh, I thought you were going to throw me in the incinerator.
No, sir, you have not perished yet. It would not be my duty. By the Guardian, it would not be.
Wait, you said you were going to put me on a bed and tend my wounds? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh, I'm in pain! Oh my god! Oh, just
Okay.
kidding. That wasn't.
Let's
that
get
wasn't real.
you some bed rest. Titus, would you please escort this this older gentleman back to his place of residence? Sir, where are you residing tonight? Do you have any friends or family that we can contact?
Do I have any friends or family?
Anyone
is
that
it
you
like-
trust?
Can
Yeah.
I like
What?
come out and talk, but like without
No.
making it obvious that I have the heart?
Absolutely not.
Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Curtis will just answer no to all these questions about friends and family and people that he trusts. The only person I trust is Nitras, but he's the god of death, so I don't want to die.
Sir,
yet.
may I ask what you are doing here in Port Alexia?
I was here to help people, but I guess I need help myself right now.
What did this to you? What caused these wounds?
Oh, some really bad person. I guess it was people. There was 2 of them, but mostly one person.
I see. Okay. Well, we'll have Titus guard you in case whoever your assailant was came back. Titus, if you don't mind, could you stay security detail outside of this man's home? Make sure he's okay. A cleric of Nitros, the Dreamer. We want to make sure that the dead is sanctioned here. And you see that, like, even though this is a place where Hitaro is sort of like the main deity, you do see like there is an emblem of your god that's just like sanctioned. Make a religion check.
Okay. 12.
You are a cleric of the Dreamer. You're a cleric of Nitros. You know that the dead is his domain. Your cleric, your head priestess, Freya, she is like has made reforms to ensure that wherever death is, like wherever morgues or like burials and stuff is, there is a symbol of Nitros there overlooking, making sure that the dead are being held in respect. It seems that poor Alexia has a little bit of influence in that regard as well. And I think you realize that, like, yeah, your head priestess is a powerful individual. She does a lot of things. And Nitros, his word is spreading. He was not really a well-known god some 50, 60 odd years back. It's only recently that his sort of religion has started gaining a bit more ground, that he's actually being actively worshipped. So I think you recognize, like, yeah, this is a place of healing. These people are here to help in whatever way for the dead. Meaning that a desecrated body may not be the best thing to do here. However, desperate times and all that. Isidore, you start making your way out?
Yes, Isidore's gonna, realizing he can't help Certus, will make a beeline back for the thing and take note of this, and if Certus doesn't show up, come back to help him.
Isidore, easy enough for you to just head out. You're invisible. The door just opens and closes. They're already distracted with Certus here. It seems the morgue is not particularly worried about people coming in to steal things, as it is a morgue. Even necromancers. The fact that Nitros' symbol is here makes it hard for corpses to be resurrected for the sake of a necromancer. It's hard for undead to come here. So they go, Titus kind of grabs you. The woman says, you have a good night now, sir. Titus is a very capable individual. I'm sure he can make you feel safe. Titus begins to lead you away. I think maybe Certus is the word, whatever word Certus said about him not having friends, family, or people he trusts might be sinking in. But it's whatever you decide. And you start heading back. You start heading back as well. Let's take a minor break because I have to use the bathroom.
Okay.
Okay, break.
Okay.
Quick time.
Well, this is going great.
Yeah.
Heart heist
We're gonna
completed.
solve it right away. Now, I do want to ask, because I wasn't sure if this was a Gain thing or a Marco thing, but is this, like, are you cool with this, Marco? Like, just coming right back? Or did you want, like, a different thing to happen?
To be fair, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I don't think that this is a way that it just works. So it was just an interesting little detour that we decided to try. So just to let you know that this is probably not going to work, but
Maybe
what
having
Eric says.
maybe having a functioning heart available will make it so that we can DIY it, but it might not be enough on its own. I guess we'll
Right.
find out what Eric rules
Yeah.
on that, but I don't know if this is the route I want to go. I'm not opposed to coming back quickly, though, if that's what you're asking.
Right.
This doesn't have to be a journey.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if this somehow does work, sorry. But if it doesn't work, then yeah, I kind of expect it. I genuinely expect it not to work. But
I mean,
know.
the soul has to be willing, right? So it's not
Right.
like you can force Gain back into
that's true. That's
a
true.
body.
Yeah, but it will consume the diamond. So I guess Certus will have to just check with you Be like, do you want to come back? Just asking, you know. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was an interesting heist.
Just a quick little heist.
All right, I can't wait for them to check on the body and be like, where's the heart?
Yeah.
Where's the blood
I'm
and the heart?
sure that won't come back to bite you guys. I think that's fine.
I mean, how are they gonna tell? You know?
Yeah, I
Isidore
don't
probably
think
replaced it
Gain.
with a chicken heart or something.
I don't think Gain wants a stolen heart inside of her. That feels like someone's gonna come repo it at some point. Some god or something.
That's fair.
Is everyone back?
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Isaac.
Wait, who's?
Isaac,
Oh right.
muted.
My man could speed run peeing apparently.
He
Yeah,
just
dude.
pees
A new
his
record.
pants and just lays back
Yeah.
in the
Yes,
chair.
a new PB.
What'd you do? Just like
A new
put in a freaking catheter?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm a dedicated DM, okay?
Yeah, there we go.
Let's switch things now that things are starting to stabilize here.
Yeah, actually, now I think about it, I don't think I've ever peed that fast in my life. What did you do?
Listen, I have perfect control over my bladder.
He
Okay,
he's more like a
after-
shotgun.
Like a shotgun.
Exactly, dude.
When
Bro,
it's all done.
what, you skip bladder day, dude? Like, you're not strengthening your
Now-
bladder?
He did say pee break, so maybe he already peed and he was just going to empty the bucket. You know?
Right. Yeah. It started smelling pretty nasty. That's why.
Yeah, it was affecting my my cognitive powers as a DM from the stand.
He ran out of room on his desk for more pee bottles, so he had to go.
You guys ever seen that Smosh skit? Never mind. Forget I said that. I realized that was a mistake to mention that. Forget what I said. Continue. Don't worry about it.
Okay, we'll try now.
Don't worry about it.
I can't forget it.
Well,
What Smosh skit, Eric?
this is the one where I think Anthony is, I think like 128 days or whatever had just come out. Whatever that fucking, 72, whatever.
28 days later, or
No, the one where it's a
70
hiker.
128 hours.
120 hours, yeah. I think that just come out and they did like a skit with Anthony being stuck in like a porta potty. One of the bits was like they were road tripping and Anthony's like, I gotta pee, and then Ian's like, well, just use one of the bottles, and they look down and it's just a bunch of bottles filled with pee all around Anthony's feet, and it was such a throwaway bit, but it was hilarious. Anyways, that's what it reminded me of.
There was
Just a lot.
There's a. Did you guys watch like Machinima back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a series called Battlefield Friends, where there was a bit where they like these guys who were trying to get good at battlefields were like went up to like a guy who was like top ranked. He's like, "You guys got a poop bucket? If you're not gaming, you're not getting better. You need a poop bucket."
Okay, that's really good actually.
And that's what I think. Eric's the kind of hardcore DM that I
100%,
think would employ.
100%.
a
Only
poop
for the
bucket
best
if
for
they-
my players. You know, I'd be
Yeah.
failing as a DM. Okay, you all back?
I'm back. I'm ready.
Stuck in a toe. That's the one. Yeah. Okay. Certus, I think you are taken back to the inn by Titus. There's now just a security guard out front. He goes, "All right, sir. You have a good night.
Thank you.
We'll let you know in case anything happens, but I'm sure everything's gonna be fine. Have you reported this to
I'm-
the authorities? This assailant."
Oh, thank you. That I wish I could remember their name and who they look. What the? I just like. Oh, anyways, for your troubles, and I give him like 10 gold.
He make a persuasion check, actually.
Oh, okay, sure. Sure. Where did we go? There it is. 15.
You see, he looks at it, gives a cough, and like takes it and says, "Absolutely, sir. My pleasure." Okay. The guard stands guard. Titus stands guard outside the inn. Isidore, you head back inside and you head up the stairs, same with Certus, and present a heart.
What did I say? We have a heart right here.
Yes, we have a heart. And, can I inspect it to see if it's any good?
Make a medicine
Yeah,
check.
he kind of like shows it to you. Yeah.
Okay, I'll... 22 for a medicine check.
You look at it, honestly, not a bad job. There's a few things that probably could have gone better. But the magic might be able to fix it anyways. It seems
Okay.
like definitely usable. You could potentially do a heart transplant here.
Okay, well, 1 second. Gain, are you doing okay?
Where did you get that from?
We ripped it out from a dead person that died from an accident.
That sounds terrible.
Right. But it might bring you back. Is this okay? Do you want? Are you willing to come back to us?
I would very much like to be alive again, but I don't think that's the way to do it.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say yes. All right, Isidore, you can eat this one.
Oh,
Is
I
it
can eat
something
it.
about the quality?
Yes, would you like a different heart? I could find a
This-
different heart if you don't like this
doesn't-
one.
I don't want you to acquire a heart. This doesn't feel right to me.
Well, how does feeling dead strike you? Because if we don't get you a new heart, you're going to be like that inside of whatever that thing is for quite a while.
Oh, this
We
is-
we know people who can help, don't we? Isaac?
Right.
Yes.
Surely there's a better way to do this. I don't want to harm somebody.
Oh,
for
I
my
mean, they were
own-
already dead. They're not using that heart. That heart was just going to go on the ground and decompose. So, I mean, I'm sure they would rather you use it than have it decompose underground, to be quite
I'm not
honest with
sure
you.
if they would want me to use it, quite frankly.
I mean, how about this? We just borrow the heart. We put it in you, bring you back to life, then we go find these friends of ours, and then we take the heart out, and then they bring you back to life whatever ways you want you to bring you back. How does that sound?
Oh, a temporary heart.
Yes, just a loner heart, you know?
I feel like this will have consequences. How do I know any reason why this would be problematic?
Yeah, make a religion check.
Okay. That doesn't sound good. Sorry, I'm having trouble with my character sheet again.
You're good.
1 moment, please.
You're pretty good at this skill, if I recall correctly, right?
I'm quite good at religion. I rolled a 21.
Yeah, 21's pretty good. You think of for a bit. I mean, yeah, unsanctioned heart definitely doesn't sound too good. I think you think of specifically Certus's religion, that of Nitras, in the fact that like the dead remain sacred and they shouldn't burial sites shouldn't be disturbed, right? Everyone needs to be taking on their own way. You also know that desecrating the dead is typically frowned upon for the gods. There is something about it, and I think you look to Isaac and what he explained of Indrala's religion. I think you make a connection between Indrala, goddess of Solaris, and how all the other gods really detest the undead, specifically. You think that this could be frowned upon by the gods, but Certus is a cleric of Nitras, and he's sanctioning it for you. So it's a bit of a conundrum. In a sort of theological manner, this is probably not the best if you care about what the gods think of you. But also, it's Certus is telling you, sure. So up to you. I mean, you don't think it wouldn't be an immediate problem, at the very least. Like, you're not sure you would feel the repercussions of this within a normal life.
Can I
Oh.
sort of butt in? I mean, I know he didn't hear any of this, but
Yeah,
maybe
sure,
like
sure.
if you're worried about any magical things, I'd say I am the disciple of a very up and coming god, Nitras, but this did come from the morgue of Hitaro, if I remember correctly. So though I am sanctioning this thing, and Nitras will have, give you the blessing and all, I'm not sure about other gods. I'm not sure how much you care about gods and all. I just know I care about gods and stuff.
I feel as though I don't want to offend them,
Sure.
but I don't know exactly what the repercussions could be, and that's why I'm hesitant. You
Eternal
understand, right?
suffering, never get to hold my god's hand to the afterlife, that type of stuff.
Oh,
that
yeah.
could be a thing. I mean, this guy here, and I point to Isidore, he's going straight down to hell. Like, not even a question.
What about
yes,
the person
definitely.
you took this from?
What was that?
What about the person you took this from?
Oh, that guy's already he's already passed on with my god and Hitaro.
He's okay?
I don't know. I mean, I can try to commune with my god and see what he says
This
about
won't
this other guy, but I don't know how good this heart will be for.
this won't affect him.
I know any body parts and stuff left in this world does not affect others in the afterlife.
With that 21 religion, what Sirtis is saying is accurate. I think like that helps
Okay.
reaffirm. It was like, yeah, you read that once once the body is like perished, the soul moves on. And what happens with the
Right.
body, unless it has been completely desecrated in sort of like the undead aspect, the soul is typically fine. You don't think a removal of a heart, though maybe frowned upon, would not affect the soul wherever it is in the afterlife.
I mean, if you want, I guess I can go ask the body, but they'd have to let me back in the morgue, and I have to raise the dead, and I don't really like raising the dead. Weird asking someone dead 5 questions,
Would it be convenient for everybody for me to like do this right now?
I will give you in-character answer. Sirtis does not really care how you come back. He just knows that the group wants you back.
Do you think we'll see June anytime soon?
June?
Well, I'm not talking to you, sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Sirtis.
Sirtis just hears it and goes, I don't know who that is.
And again, she left and we haven't really kept in contact with her. I'd be surprised if we heard from her anytime soon.
Funny you should mention her. You guys may, I think, continue some deliberations throughout the night, but let's actually, I think that's a good segue to see exactly what's going on with June right now. June.
Yes.
Let's see. Here we are. Let me just adjust this real quick. June, you have a... you are sleeping after the sort of, like, ceremony that happened, right? You go to bed that night. A few days pass by. The preparations continue to go. By the end of the week, Tiza is like, okay, we're going to go... She told you the plan. About how you guys are meant to go to Handria to overtake the rampant oasis. And essentially, you, her, and a group of specifically selected syndicate members are going to go take over the Thieves Guild in Handria. It's a hostile invasion. Hostile takeover, so to speak.
Right.
You start prepping for that. You go to bed. And you feel a bit restless. And you sort of like waken in like a dream in that sort of moonlit field Hitaro, you see the bright full moon. You see Hitaro's glimpse as he gestures towards the moon itself. And there, your vision begins to move as you see a vision, something he really wants you to see. Make an insight check, actually, as this happens.
18.
This is kind of strange. Hitaro has only done this once before, and that was when your home was being burned down. It was a warning. He wanted you to live. It seemed like that at that point. His intervention in your dream was for the sake of saving your life, because you were important, at least to him for the time being. Him doing this, you don't fully understand it, but usually whenever this happens, it means he's concerned about something. So he shows you a vision, something that gods are known to do, but very few and far between. You see a cliffside. You see your party members. You see Palla, Isaac, Grig. You see this weird old man and this guy in a top hat with chocolate. You don't see Wendy, but they all seem to be together. You see Gain and Kranich. And you watch as a man, the same man you spotted at the music fest, cane in hand, slick back hair. And as you do, you specifically see around him his eyes glow. No one else would have seen this. Only you see this. His eyes glow, a bit of yellow to them, but they're like bright. And his features seem almost contorted or like a bit shapy, as if his form is something different. And, or rather, whatever human form he has right now is not containing his real form, or whatever other form he may have. And you see as the battle progresses, and June is made full aware of what has happened. You awaken at the end of that vision, as you see Dane's dead body, whatever was left of Palla, and this old man who's watching over the two of them. You awaken in a cold sweat as you see it, as like this sense of fear overwhelms you. A fear potentially of your own, but also compounded as if like Hitaro wanted you to feel that way. You awaken. What's going through your head right now?
Was that real? And I kind of like remember the last time Hitaro did this. Hitaro, what do you want me to do? You want me to? Did that already happen?
You reach out as best you can. You know, however he communicates with you, it's always limited and cryptic. You start, like... Is the shield nearby?
Yeah, the shield is nearby.
You see the shield almost sort of like move or shake on its own, and sort of you grab it. You feel like a sense of this person, the man who basically destroyed your party, he says, Hitaro basically like wills through you. That man is a deep threat. Make another insight check.
Sure. 21.
When he says threat, or rather the feeling of threat, danger, you're not getting it in the sense of danger, threat, necessarily to the world or to people, though perhaps there is a little bit of that. What you see, what you feel is almost a grudge, almost a sense of this guy is a danger to me. Or Hitaro personally believes that this man is dangerous. Yeah, that's what you get.
So my team is. Wait, did I just witnessed the beginning, right? I didn't see the whole fight.
You saw the whole fight.
Okay, I watched the whole fight.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
fine.
watched until the end. Within half a minute, Xehanort had destroyed the party. Half of your party members had to leave. Gain dead. Frappe gone. Palagon, right? Just the
Right.
husk left behind.
And this man's a threat, but if the bad benefits couldn't do anything about it, does he think I can do anything about this? Do I maybe do I get a sense of anything he wants me to do, or does he just want to give me the warning?
He basically gives you a warning of like figure out. It's like he can't tell you exactly directly what to do. You know him. He's never really done that.
Right.
You just know that if he shows you something, he typically wants you to do something about it.
Okay. So that's the guy from the concert. Plus, I saw him in the conference with my brother, and they have connections here in the syndicate. So, am I not doing the right thing right now? Trying to turn the syndicate against that man? I kind of stand up, like pace around the room. It's my own room, right?
Yeah. As a promotion, you've been moved from the barracks to like your own personal room.
Perfect. Okay. And then I will kind of look out to see if anyone's outside my door real quick.
You peek through, and you see you're like up where Tiza is. Like there's some sections of like where the generals originally resided. Mizian's like laboratory and whatever bullshit he was doing in there is off to some other spot. It's like early morning. You see there's some movement. People are like moving up and about. You actually see Felix appear at the end of the hallway. He kind of like goes over. He has like a. You haven't really seen it, but he has like a grimace on his face, which is strange for him because he doesn't usually show emotion, but he just has a grimace on his face right now, and he's like looking down before he looks up and spots you, like outside your room, and he just goes, "Rise and shine. Are you busy today? Does it give you anything at all?"
I just got up. Do
Good.
you need something of me?
I just got word we're going to have a visitor today. CEO of Kula. Proper bastard.
CEO. Oh.
I've told you
what
before
is-
we've had partners, right? And this is one of
Right.
those partners.
Understood. Is
Uh,
there something? Yes, go on.
He just goes, I think it would be best if we had a united front here. You're going to be coming with me to the meeting. I'll tell Tease the same thing. Whatever plans you guys had planned today, gone completely. First and foremost, I need all of you guys with me. Boris, too. And he says he'll be here in 4 hours. Whatever you got to do before then, take care of your duties and meet me in the conference room.
And sorry, I don't mean to speak out of place. I do have another question unrelated.
You may speak.
You called me sister at the end of my promotion. Is that what the syndicate is, or?
I thought Boris would have told you by now. The syndicate's a family. And you're now part of it.
Right, and I can call you brother?
If it helps, sure.
Is there something you'd like me to call you?
Not in particular. But just don't forget. I'm the one that makes decisions. As long as you know that. Call me whatever you want.
Okay. I understand, and sorry for wasting your time right now. I'll get ready.
Good. He walks off. I think you know who his partners are. You've seen them in that vision that Brodovan showed you before.
Right.
I think June quickly makes the connection of who he's talking about.
Yeah.
Some time passes. What are you doing in the meantime?
Oh no, I was gonna say June's gonna get ready. And she's gonna not bring the shield.
Okay.
She's going to keep the shield in like her chest in her room.
Okay. Some time passes. Felix opens the conference room. You're led inside. Tiza is with you. She says, like as you're kind of like going in, you're walking with Tiza. She goes, "Yeah, I guess you're new here, so you haven't met this man before, but he and Felix have some kind of rivalry of sorts. If Felix is in a bad mood today, that's why. So, just look like you are professional, okay?"
Right. I understand.
You enter the door. Boris is there. He greets you. "Ah, July, welcome." Felix is like sitting down in a chair. Boris and Tease are at his sides. He gestures for you to like join him at his side, like standing. Some time passes, and Felix says, "All right, he's here." As from the shadow of a door, you hear the sound of a cane being propped up, and you see a man, suit, cane in hand. He looks over. He puts a missive on the desk in front of Felix and pushes it him and says, "Hello. Welcome." Felix goes, "And what's this supposed to be? No hello, by the way? No small talk?" Zdeno goes, "I'd rather not be wasting our time here." Felix opens the missive and starts reading it through. Puts it down. You see like another... Make an insight check, actually, as he reads through it.
Natural 1 for a 10.
10. You're having a hard time fully figuring it out. He's like fully stonewall. He like tries his best not to give anything away. Part of you thinks he might be pleased even with what he's reading, but he like puts it down, and he just sets up. "Well, 2 more then. 2 more. It has already been gifted to you, Lacan. It seems that somehow I've been doing your job for you. What do you think about that?" Felix just like gives almost a shrug and says, "I thought we agreed to leave him alone for now." Whereas Zdeno retorts, "I don't believe you made the right call. I've taken Brodovan off the surveillance. I believe they are no longer a threat. I have what we need. There isn't much left, truly. How are things progressing on your side? Please tell me you actually have been useful." Felix says, "The Siren has entered testing so far. We found a place for it. We're going to let it see how it goes, but things are promising. As far as the invasion plan, I think things are proceeding smoothly." He gestures towards Tiza and you and says, "These two will be heading the charge. I promise you they're quite capable, and I guarantee you we will be getting what we need in record time. So hold your horses. All right, old man." Zdeno like looks over to Tiza and to you, eyebrow furrowed a bit. There's like a sense of like he like sniffs the air, and he just like looks a little perturbed and says, very well. Do not disappoint me again, Felix, or otherwise I'll call off this partnership sooner than you'd think. Prove yourself. Felix shrugs and just looks back at him and says, I know you got 2 more, but wasn't there supposed to be 4 total? The compass is not going to be an issue. That will be taken care of in time. As for the cleric, she was not with them, or whoever it was not with them. I suspect they turned tail and ran. If I find whoever holds the relic of that demon, I will ensure it is destroyed. We don't need that power to complete the plan. And Zedano starts turning and walking away and says, do not disappoint. This better be a success. And disappears. After he goes, Felix just sighs and says, what an asshole. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, do right.
Right. I'm confused. Is that can I be filled in? I look at Tiza, kind of mumbling to her.
Yeah, I'll fill you in later. Felix says, yeah, that's fine. You can tell her about the search for the relics. That's fine. You see, July. Zedano is our partner. He helps fund and supply and sort of take care of requisitions around here. We get constant supply of weapons and gunpowder delivered directly to us. It'll help the invasion go faster. We have a bit of a deal going on, him and I. He needs the relics, we need the power and the ammunition. It's what we do. Whenever the final plan is put into place, our deal will come to fruition, and we'll be able to say that we own the entire underworld, Solaris. Right. Unlimited power in our hands. The Syndicate reigns supreme.
So he's the one that supplies us our firepower.
Yes. With the thumb of the Empress crushing down on us, we've had to make certain dealings that we would otherwise not. Even the terms of the contract I would rather not have done, but we've been, as you are certain, a bit lackluster as of late. He kind of grimaces as he says that. Again, you've seen Felix is in a clearly bad mood about this whole thing. And he kind of says, but I won't lie, the partnership has been good for us, as much as I'd rather we stand supreme.
Right. And if there was a way for us to gain our firepower without his help, would you have taken that?
He thinks for a second. Make another insight check.
11. Wow, low rolls today.
Felix is rather... Even though you've been with him for a little bit now, he's like... He doesn't have very many emotions, that you could tell. It seems like this anger and that fury is one that does come out on occasion. And he kind of just goes... I think we probably would have thought twice before doing so. However, that being said, it's not as if I don't have a plan in mind. Don't you worry, July. You're still with the winning team. It's just going to take a bit of time.
Okay.
Just ensure that this takeover is successful and we won't have any more problems, alright?
I understand.
Good. Alright, you're all dismissed. We won't be hearing from that man for a while yet. Once is just take care of the invasion. He'll make his announcement speech and then, do what the plan is. Everyone starts to head away. Does June do anything? You see that Felix actually goes and says, he starts thinking for a bit and says, bad benefits. And just kind of mumbles that to himself.
I hear that.
Yeah, you hear that.
Like my eyes widen a little bit, but like not too much to alert anyone's
Sure,
attention.
sure. Yeah.
And I kind of like, I guess I would speak to Tiza more than I would speak to Felix right now.
Mm-hmm. She says, what's up?
Something about a group named the Bad Benefits. They've been causing you guys problems.
They were a group of adventurers that prevented Mizian from completing his job in Norca by destroying and taking over the underground there. They actually killed him. Felix has been rather upset with their actions as of late. But Zedano had said that he was the one kind of keeping an eye on him to hold off on making any active moves until they did a bit. Because we found out after Mizian that they were some of them were holding relics. But I guess since Zedano, it sounds like, took care of them, they're no longer an issue. But I don't know if Felix thinks that way still.
Okay, maybe if you can bring up to Felix, I might have an idea. This group seems to be very good at finding these relics and snatching them before us. Why don't we infiltrate their group?
I think that was the original plan. Not necessarily infiltrate, but keep a watch over them. But Zedano was kind of in charge of that.
Okay.
I don't think that's a bad idea, though, June. You do have clever ways of thinking. Maybe bring it up with Felix.
Okay. Do you think he's free now, or should I wait till he...
Probably the sooner the better, if I'm going to be honest. He's in a bit of a bad mood, but this might lighten it.
Sure. Let me catch up to Felix then. And I'll just jog out to Felix and try to catch him before he fully leaves or something.
Yeah, he says, yes, July, what is it?
I heard you say a group name, the Bad Benefits.
Yes, they were a thorn in our side that our benefactor seems to have taken care of.
Why don't we try to use them? Not in the sense that they're going to join us, but why don't we infiltrate them, because they seem like they had what you said, or what I overheard was 4 of these relics?
Indeed.
And about the other talk we had about this guy being the firepower, what funds us is, and that the Empress is putting a strong thumb over us, is why not work something out with the Empress instead, where she can't control the underground, but if she knows that a respectable, responsible underground overlord can control all of it, with cooperation, she might give us that firepower willingly. Just a thought. I don't know if that was a deal beforehand, or be on the okay terms with them where we can tolerate each other and you can still run the underground. Sorry, I just had this idea.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Just straight persuasion.
Oh, 14.
You see that Felix says, well, it's not really up to us now, is it? The Empress has, ever since she came to power, has had it out for us for some time now. I don't think that she is the cooperative type. As well as I don't think I really want to share power. I'd rather just take it all myself.
Oh, don't get me wrong, Felix. You will have all the power. She will not be the one in control of you. She will just know that you have it under control, and that if she doesn't fund you, the underground will go crazy in ways that none of us would like.
A threat. It's not a bad idea, July. Sorry, DM mistake. DM mistake.
Whoa.
He just says July. He says it's not a bad idea, July. However, some things would have to happen before that we could even consider such an occasion. After all, she seems to be winning. We would need to be back on the top foot, so to speak. However, we do have a plan for that, and that involves continuing our partnership with Zeta. Once his plan comes to fruition, we might have the upper hand. That being said, it would be faster and better if we could move these plans along. What you said about that adventuring group is not a bad idea. He did only gain 2 of the relics.
Right.
Look into them.
I will. I have an idea. I'm pretty sure if this group is a group that can hold up to 4 of these powerful relics, they're almost well known, maybe known enough to get the Empress, to get, the eye of the Empress on them. And I was thinking if infiltrating that group and gaining that trust can lead to that, it could also lead to a secondary plan, something that I would suggest that we attempt while we're attempting this current plan, if that makes any sense. That way, if this evil bastard man plan fails, we still have a winning side on this.
Make another persuasion check with advantage.
Sure. 15.
15 is actually sufficient. You see he looks at you and just says... He kind of like pushes his glasses up, and he kind of like looks at you and like really studies you, and just kind of says, July, you do have a rather clever mind. I appreciate the way your mind works. It's a fresh perspective. I think Tiza can handle the invasion just well enough on her own. You have it. Go ahead and try to figure out your plan. I know you won't betray us. I trust you, July.
Right. And I think if you allow me, if I'm the one to infiltrate, I'll have to go by a different name. And you'll have to get used to that name if we do encounter each other.
Sure. What name would that be?
Let's keep it simple. August. No, I think we'll just change my name a little bit. Just maybe June.
June. June to July. July to June. It's not very clever, now is it? Kind of a stupid name change, really. But
That's okay. Do you know something about June and July? Is that something that's familiar to you? What are the months here called?
Yeah.
Fucking calling me out. He just goes, no, if you think that'll work, I trust you. June it is. Fine then. I trust that we won't require any additional provisions. And I would not ask that you take any sort of emblem of us. Should you encounter any syndicate members, they will act as if they do not know you and move to act thusly.
Right. I will do my best, and like any syndicate member, that's all they can do. And if they don't, then they're dead.
Glad to have you in the family, June. It'll take a bit of getting used to. He shakes your hand, puts his other hand on your shoulder, and he just says, "Go get them, sister." And we'll cut from there as June has been tasked to rejoin the party under syndicate means. All right. I love these little segments. June, I really like to seeing what you come up with and what kind of things you say, Sam.
Thank you.
I look forward to them. They're good. Okay. June, you start heading off. Tiza tells you, kind of like, she helps you kind of like scry on them, to like figure out okay exactly where they are, and eventually you'll be able to make your way towards them. It'll be some time. We'll see exactly when you rejoin the group, but June is on her way to rejoining the party now. As for the rest of you guys, we'll take another quick break. How about we take like another a 10-minute break? That sound good?
Sure.
That
Sure.
sounds good.
Alrighty.
All right, Isidore, eat the heart. I dare you.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I said, eat the heart. I dare you. Do it in front of all of us. I want to see. I want to watch.
Yeah, doesn't that doesn't even get you anything? Don't you need like the heart of a demon for it to be helpful?
I
I think
think
it's human hearts.
I think actually it could be literally any heart. Let me double check my thing. Where's the button for that? It's under features. There we go. No, it's not under feats. Bells. The heck did it go? Oh, I found this under actions. Corpse. Yeah, I think it's just any corpse. Interesting. This is a custom class that Eric made a long time ago when I was just like,
Right.
I want to do darkness stuff. And he was like, oh, do I have the class for you?
Eat all the hearts you want. Have 2 little serpents.
I know. It's amazing. I'm learning
Yeah.
about some of these things at the same time as you guys. So,
I think I used that class in one of his one-shots like a while ago.
oh, there you go. Yeah, it's fun. I like it.
It's a very funny warlock class.
Yeah, it is. I like it. It's really cool. Lots of cool, fun things to do with it. So now we gotta keep working on convincing Gain to eat the heart. I mean, to not eat the heart, to take the heart, to put the heart in her heart socket.
Right.
So June is coming back.
June is coming back.
Okay.
Avengers. June will return.
Gain has an idea, and I think that she'll go along with the heart plan if it means getting her back on her feet right now. But if this guy is like was a follower of Hitaro, do you think that June can just like make sure that everything's on the up and up afterwards?
Meta wise, I think June will have to commune with Hitaro. But still, yeah, maybe.
Cool, because I do have an idea for the longer run that
Okay.
could involve a little bit of operating when we have the time and are in a place with the right resources.
Right.
Oh, so you would take the heart now and then do something else later?
Yeah, does that sound okay?
Yeah,
Oh, it's up
fine.
to you. I don't care.
I feel like to do what I want to do, we need like a cleric and an artificer both available to help, you know?
Oh, so we're gonna Iron Man it, where you're sitting on the desk with a hole in your chest, and June has to extract your heart and put in a new one.
Wow, you know what? I didn't even consider that Gain could do it herself if she was alive, but you're actually absolutely right.
All right, so that's an artery. You're gonna want to connect. Ooh, I'm losing a lot of blood. I'm gonna need you to try that again, bud.
Try it again.
I just
reload.
just have Gain do all the work and have June constantly be casting healing spells to keep her going until she can finish.
Right.
I'm just constantly June's just peeking in, going ooh, ooh, ooh.
The ooh is the healing word.
Yeah. Gain reassuring her, "You're doing great, sweetie. It's okay. You're doing fine. If I pass out, it's okay. I'll be back." Could you hold your rib cage open a bit? I can't seem to fit the new heart.
We shall see.
And we could always ask for forgiveness. I mean, You know, if a god does get upset, it'll just say, "Hey, bro." You
I
can have
mean,
our-
they're not gonna go put it back at this point. So I feel like we can. I don't know. I have a vague plan, and I don't think I trust Eric not to punish me for this decision. You feel?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I had
mean, if
enough
you don't,
punishment the last session.
I know, right?
Yeah, seriously. And I didn't even sign up for that one. I wasn't even here. I said as long as I don't die.
Paula's like, who do I care more about, Isaac or Gain?
Yeah.
Isaac's just like, ow, my feelings.
Isaac's taking a lot of L's too.
That's true. Isaac's book meant a lot to him. Oh. Oh well, he'll get it back maybe. What was in the book?
That was all the Indra stuff, right?
Yeah.
It
Oh,
was his
right.
grocery list.
Oh yeah, his milk and eggs.
Yeah. Next time, wherever you always forget something. We'll get eggs, we'll get butter, we'll forget the milk, and we're gonna go home. We're gonna be so sad.
I'm gonna go get
Guys.
some water. I'll be back.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure you guys are all super pumped for the NFL draft next week.
Oh boy, do I know so much about the NFL.
I mean, I know, right? What do you think the Minnesota Vikings are going to do with their 2 first-round picks?
Wow. They're probably
Tom
gonna pick
Brady and Michael
Yeah,
Phelps.
Tom
And-
Brady
did you say
and
Michael
Michael
Phelps?
Phelps.
Michael Phelps
Yeah.
is one of the best NFL players I know.
He's
Yeah.
got so many gold medals, which is crazy because like they had to invent them because there's no such thing as a gold medal in football.
Isn't there also a guy named like Gurekis?
Are you thinking of Gronkowski?
No, absolutely not.
Never
Is that
heard-
a person though?
Yes, Rob Gronkowski, also known as Gronk.
Kind of feel like
Gronk.
making him up. You know what? The NFL is not real and it can't hurt us. So
It's true.
I can't wait
Who am I
for
thinking
them to
of?
fling that pigskin around again. You
Are you-
know.
Are you thinking of Gostkowski?
No, not good. I think.
Peyton
he plays. Yeah, Peyton Manning, totally.
Sorry, what were you saying?
That's what I meant to say. Peyton Manning. He plays for a Florida team. He's like the throwy guy.
A throwy guy. So the current quarterbacks for the Florida teams are Tua Tagovailoa for Miami, Baker Mayfield for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Trevor Lawrence for the Jaguars.
All right, who starts with a G? There's a
Who
name
starts with a G? That's
There's a
a
G.
That's a really good question. Every team has
A few
52
Gs.
53 players on the roster, so this might take a second.
He's
Yeah.
like one of the like main people, not like a lineman
side
or
guy? Yeah,
not a
okay.
side guy.
Let's see. Who else
That
in the
narrows
last
it
couple of
down.
years? Yeah.
God damn
Let's
it.
see.
Why don't I
Jameis
know his
Winston.
name?
No. What is the
Giuseppe.
G?
Giuseppe.
Giuseppe.
Yeah,
Don't know Giuseppe.
Uncle Giuseppe.
Are you thinking of Jimmy Garoppolo?
No, it's totally Giuseppe.
Oh, it is. Yeah, Sheehy Giuseppe, who played for the Cleveland Browns.
The Cleveland Browns?
Yeah.
No,
Let's see what teams he played
it's a
for.
Florida team, Giuseppe. Florida football team. Giuseppe.
He was born in Florida, but he never played for a Florida team, it looks like.
Giuseppe Bernetti? No, it's totally not the guy that I'm talking about. Because his name isn't actually Giuseppe. I just call him Giuseppe.
Got it.
Yeah. But it sounds like Giuseppe.
Gotcha. Let's look up NFL quarterback. Just in case. Let's see. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford, Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy, CJ Stroud, Tua Tagovailoa, Kirk Cousins, Baker Mayfield, Jordan Love, Joe Flacco, Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Anthony Richardson, Geno Smith, that's a G, Russell Wilson, Derek Carr, Kyler Murray, Gardner Minshew, he played for the Jaguars.
Gardner Minshew.
Jake Browning, Deshaun Watson, Aiden O'Connell, Mason Rudolph, Andy Dalton, Sam Howell, Joshua Dobbs, Tyrod Taylor, Will Levis, Ryan Tannehill, Kenny Pickett, Desmond Ritter, Tommy DeVito, Jarrett
Who the
Stidham.
fuck am I talking about?
Who are you talking about?
I don't
Nick
know, man.
Mullins, Tyson Bagent, Drew Lock, Bailey Zapp, Tyler Heineke, Bryce Young, Trevor Simeon, Daniel Jones, Mitch Trubisky, Case Keenum, Jimmy Garoppolo. You said it wasn't him. Mac Jones, Zach Wilson, Carson Wentz, Tyler Huntley, Easton Stick, Sam Darnold, CJ Beathard, Brian Hoyer, PJ Walker, Dorian Thompson Robinson, Jeff Driscoll, Blaine Gabbert,
No. God
Tim
damn it.
Boyle.
I'm gonna try and find it, but you don't have to worry about it anymore.
That
This
was
is-
literally that was all 66 current active quarterbacks in the NFL.
Oh my gosh. Who am I talking about?
I
What
wish I
other
knew, buddy.
positions are there?
There's wide receiver. There's running back.
Running back. Let's see running backs.
Oh gosh. Let's see NFL backs. Let's see, and I'll only list the G ones this time, just in case. So that we're not just. Let's see. Jahmyr Gibbs.
No. I'm
And you
so
said he was
sorry.
he was probably on a Florida team, so I'll try to focus Florida.
You guys talking about sports?
Sort of. I mean, I don't know if we can call it that per se.
Hunter, I think I missed my calling. It says the 5 most common first names in NFL are Chris, Brandon, Josh, Ryan, and Mike.
Yeah.
I'm a Josh from Florida. I should have gone on the football, apparently.
Dude,
I
yeah.
chose the wrong
Oh.
career path.
Antonio Gibson.
No.
Antonio.
He's a
Josh.
white
No, but you
dude.
said-
I forgot to put that emoji.
Christian
Just a white
McCaffrey?
dude. No. The first name I said was Garekis or
I went to Robert Zemeckis, which is not football at all. He's a filmmaker.
Garecki? Is it Garecki or something?
I'm gonna search NFL Garecki, and maybe autocorrect will get me. Mike Gesicki.
Giuseppe, there you go.
He's a tight end for the Bengals.
He's a tight end for the Bengals. That's a Florida team, though, right?
Cincinnati.
What's his name again?
Mike Gesicki.
Mike Gesicki?
Gesicki.
Hey, at least I knew it started with a G.
You were as close as you could probably get without getting it. So I'll give it to you.
Is everyone back?
Yeah.
Not that I don't
No.
love this talk, but
No, I want to hear more about
It looks
football.
like he was on the Dolphins at some point.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Because I played as the Dolphins in a game, NFL
not in real life. You're not a.
Madden.
Ah,
No. Not in real. I don't think I've ever played football in real life.
You could have had like the quadfecta from SpongeBob, you know, a football playing king in space.
Wait,
No, there
what?
wasn't a
Still
dentist
missing
in
the
there.
other three.
I guess there wasn't a dentist. For some reason, I thought there was a dentist in there, but it wasn't. Never mind. I take it back. You've accomplished none of those.
Damn.
All right. So, Heart Gang, what's up? As we return back from that beautiful, beautiful June section, what do you guys decide to do with the heart that you stole from the morgue?
Listen, Gain, are you going to eat this or not? Because if you won't, then I will. Or use it, I guess. It's a delicious looking heart. For my snakes, not for me. I don't eat the hearts.
I don't like this.
Duly
But
noted.
I want to be able. I don't want to be a liability to you. I want to be able to help to protect you all if I can. And I need my body back now. But this is only temporary. We'll find a way to make it right later. So go for it.
All right, Certus, do your thing.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what you're doing, Certus?
Right, I think so. Can we get her bed on, or her head, or her body onto a bed or something?
She goes on the water. Curtis Kranich puts her on the waterbed.
Oh,
He just
perfect,
sloshes
okay.
over.
Oh God. Okay,
Is
let's
there something I
move.
can do to help?
You can just hold her hand in case she wakes up terribly. Okay, and
Would
then
you
I'm gonna
put-
take the heart. Isidore, give me the heart. Don't eat it.
Isidore hands you the heart. Here you go.
Okay, and I'm gonna place it and kind of put it like, and I'm like, okay, I've placed it in. Does anyone have like, is this good enough, or do I remember if I have to sew it in, or I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Yeah, it's there. It's there. It's fine. All right. I take out my diamond that's worth. I have one diamond that's worth 1,000 gold, and I guess I have to use that one because it's been a long enough time. And I'm like, okay, everybody, stand back. I rub my
Would you
hands together.
Please
I start
put the ring
chanting
on me.
about Nitras and how though
the ring.
the dead should
The
be
ring.
honored and
The
everything.
ring on me.
was
Ring on
that?
my body, please. Ring.
Oh right. Oh yes, give me the ring. Okay. I'm gonna place it onto Gain's body on their finger. Then I continue chanting, saying that no Nitras, please bring their soul back if they so wanted to happen in this body. Blah 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 blah. Something about not wanting to die, still having more to do in this life, etc. etc. Boom. Wait, how long does this spell take? 1 second.
Before you do this.
Right. Takes 1 hour to do, by the way.
Yeah. So, just want to affirm, I know this is the decision you guys are making, and that's totally fine. I'm down for it. Just want to make sure that the other avenues available to you for bringing Gain back, you do not want to explore. You don't want to...
Gain has a.
Okay.
What's up?
No, what does Gain have?
Gain is still planning to go through with her plan, but she realizes that she's more useful to everyone if she can be up and moving now.
Okay.
And she realized that she can do it herself if she's alive,
Okay.
with some help. Does that make sense, DM?
Yeah, I know. That's fine. Just
Eric.
making sure. What's up?
Eric.
I want to make sure that this is like...
Sorry.
I just want to make sure that this is like a cool plan and that this isn't gonna end up being I did something wrong later.
No, whatever plan you want to do is fine. I'm just making sure, because I don't want you to feel forced like you have to do this. But if that's the way you want to do it, then that's fine.
Gotcha. What were you saying, Josh? Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, I didn't know you were done. Eric, can
Yeah.
I in the background also like recite the same creed that Isidore asked Demise to bring him back at a later time, and kind of like use a similar ask for Gain but just like directing it towards Gain. Is that something I could possibly do? Like try to channel Demise's energy.
Yes.
To
you can
assist.
do that. Yeah. Certus, are you doing it? You're doing this you doing this like without anyone else knowing?
Who?
No, I'm sorry. I mean Isidore. Like Isidore, are you doing this without anyone else knowing? You're just doing this. Like...
Yeah, he's just gonna do it on his own. Yeah. Unless it's like becomes blatantly obvious.
Okay. Sure,
Okay,
yeah.
would I think that this could potentially screw up the ritual if I do this? I don't want to screw Gain up.
Make an Arcana check or a Religion check.
Okay, I just rolled for Arcana, and it was a natural 1, so I'm just gonna say
Yeah, you don't
my
think it'll affect
religion.
anything.
Yeah, of
You're
course I
good.
don't think it'll affect anything. Hold on, let me think about this. Let me think. let Isidore just think for a second about this. If he
Yes,
actually,
DM says you're good. Okay.
yeah. DM says I'm fine. It's okay. What does Isidore want to accomplish here? Is it worth the risk? You know what? Isidore's been very transparent up till now. He'll walk up to Certus. Hey there, Certus. You mind if I also help you out here?
I would prefer you not with your dark magic and all.
Oh no, don't worry about it. I can just ask Demise for some help as well.
Whoa!
Twice the gods, twice the effectiveness, right?
You know what? I think you would have to ask Gain this and not me, because I'm just going to be casting my spell, pretending I didn't hear what you just said.
Wonderful. All right. Hi there, Gain.
If I'm holding Gain's hand, can I like basically be the middleman between what Gain's saying and what she's trying to communicate with the outside?
Sure.
Oh, I was more asking Eric if that like
Oh,
works
okay.
mechanically.
Like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think for the ritual, Certus needs to be in there. I think Gain has to stay on the ring.
That's what I'm saying. Is if I'm like designated hand holder, can I communicate with the ring?
Are you touching the ring, I guess?
As
Do you
in,
have-
if it's on her finger and I'm holding her hand, that's the question.
I don't think so. You have to be in Kranich. You have to wear it yourself.
Okay.
Okay, well, Certus will start his 1 hour cast for Raise Dead.
Okay. Okay, so Marco, I think the end effect you're going for would work. I think the end effect you're going for would work. I don't think it'll go the way you're expecting it to, but it'll work. It will end up the way you want it to.
That's a little scary, but okay. You think that it'll work out like what I'm going for, we can achieve?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna trust you on that and just kind of roll with it, and we can talk about it later. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Again, you can keep doing this. That's fine. It's just you don't know exactly. You've never heard of someone doing what you're trying to do, right? So it's all just assumptions, which is fine. You think you can work, but there may be like small challenges or things that may have to happen for that to be the end effect, or like additional things that you need.
Okay,
Like it may
but
not
that
just
would...
it may not just be you with June and then all good. You may need like
Sure,
something.
but that would have been the case anyway if I had
Yes,
gone
exactly.
this route.
That's what I mean. Like
Okay.
That's what I mean. But the end result is the same. Right, like this.
Yeah,
It would have been the avenue. You're just buying some time as gain until you reach that point. Like I get that. That's totally. You're good.
Yeah, I think I'm good with that, but we'll need to iron out what exactly that means in the future, I guess. If
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Like if you again, that path is open to you. You can definitely take it. That's fine, but it's not like it's not going to work.
Okay. I'm taking a chance here because I really feel like I have a vision right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just roll with it.
Yeah. Don't worry. I got you.
I didn't expect you guys to be so resourceful so quickly.
Okay.
All right, cool.
The ritual is done. Certus, just make me a general medicine check to see how well you put the heart in there.
Okay.
I mean,
Please
can I
roll
help
well.
him?
Yeah, you can help him.
I've had medical training.
That's true. Greg, you can help him. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. It's a third. Oh, do I get advantage or something?
Yeah,
Or we rolled the same number. Oh no, he got 15.
Yeah, okay. 15's. It seems like the heart's in there. Just fine.
Okay.
Can I provide any insight with my experience with hearts? Help at all?
No, you think like it looks good. It looks fine. All the ventricles are
Alright.
there.
It looks a lot better than
the
they
magic will
usually look
probably
when you're
take
dealing
care.
with them.
Yeah.
This looks so much better than they normally look when I'm tearing
What?
them out of people's bodies.
You know what I gotta say? Whoever this young man was, he did a lot of cardio. You know, that's a good
Oh.
heart.
Thank God.
So an hour passes. Gain. Your soul in the ring, you start feeling a little bit of warmth as Certus finishes the ritual. You guys watch as Gain hovers in the air ever so slightly. The wound closes. The heart starts to pump. Gain, you wake up with 1 hit point, I believe, and a -4 to attack roll, saving throws, and skill checks, I believe, until you take 4 long rests as the side effect of the spell.
Right.
Gain, yeah, your soul enters your body once more. You feel exhausted and terrible, but you have a beating heart now.
Well,
Are you?
I'm just gonna look around at everybody.
Kranich is actively crying. You've never seen him cry before. He's actively crying right now.
How is he crying? He's
oil.
There's just dirt coming out of his eyes. No, he has moisture. He has things living on him, so there's a bit of moisture just coming off his eyes.
got beautiful dewdrops falling down his wooden face.
Your
Okay.
hands got very warm very quickly. You okay.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Ah,
Isaac?
he's fine.
Gain. I was standing in the back, just kind of with my head down, so I rush over and I'll kind of grab your hand. Gator, are you back? Are you here?
Yeah. I think. Yeah. I think so.
I'll give your hand a tight squeeze.
Is this a good idea?
Oh, fine.
So before you were a ring, and before you were a bear, you were this. Understood.
Yeah. You don't remember that?
It's all very vague.
Okay.
But I'm glad to see you alive and in the body that you want to be in.
I appreciate that. I think I need to rest.
Yeah, just lay back down and I'll get some water from downstairs real quick. Just take it easy, okay?
Thank you.
Isidore walks up and hands you a little chocolate. Gain. Isidore just hands you a chocolate.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. Glad to see you're back in one piece again, without a hole in your chest. Very unsightly, very unaesthetic.
Is that what happened?
Yes.
I don't really remember the last after we started all of that.
Oh, well, you died and now you're back alive again. Wonderful. Eat your chocolate. Get some rest.
Yeah, okay.
Come
How do
back
I-
through the door.
did-
Oh, sorry.
Do I feel like, I mean, I know I don't feel normal, but does having someone else's heart in your body feel bad?
It's not like it's strange because you don't really feel it at all. It's not like you feel your heart normally, anyways. It's not like it's different. I mean, you feel like trash generally, and if you eat the chocolate, you don't really taste it too well. So it could just be your senses are calibrating back after being dead.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I mean, it's not. You don't really feel like any different necessarily, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Carry on, I guess.
Wonderful. Well, that's one thing taken care of. Now, the Pala question, or rather, what's her name again? Ayana? Ayana.
Yes.
So you
Yes.
don't. How much do you remember about yourself, or your past self, or your other version, I suppose?
I do not think that I could consider myself her if I, based on my own understanding of the situation. I have. It's all feels very far away. There's a lot of detail jumbled together, and it's difficult to. I understand the most of what she knows through her feelings about things. So if she didn't feel strongly about something, I don't have a great understanding of it. So what I understand the most is that she, and in some ways I, want to free her and her siblings from her contracts and do what must be done to get that done. But I understand that some amount of great loss has occurred here. So, if we are to continue, then I would be asking a boon of you all to continue the quest that she had set out on, and allow me another opportunity to try to break the contract.
Well, I mean, we were on this path anyway. Whether the events that unfolded had unfolded or had not unfolded, we were probably going to do this anyway. So I don't see any reason why we wouldn't continue with this, seeing as that you are, I guess, a newly born consciousness of sorts. I mean, happy birthday, by the way. Yes, of course. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't help you. I mean, you may not be Pala anymore, but you're, I guess, a piece of her. So.
I remember vaguely someone, I do not think she is here, someone had mentioned the possibility that the person that Palo was in fact two souls. I do not know if that is the case, but I do not believe that is the case. I'm perhaps a piece. I do not know for sure. But I know that do not believe I am her. Difficult to say. But I'm here to accomplish my duty, and I will do whatever is asked of me between now and the completion of said duty.
Oh well, I mean, you can have your own desires and goals. We're not gonna order you around there, kid.
I do not believe that I have any desires or goals. So,
Oh,
outside of what has been bequeathed to me.
Nonsense. Everybody has desires, goals, motivations, dreams, hopes. You just have to find them. You have any hobbies? Anything you like doing? Well, maybe you don't have hobbies yet. You're just born. We'll have to work on this. We'll go like on a little adventures along the way, and we'll find out what you want to do. You find yourself again. It's like a journey of self-discovery. Doesn't that sound like fun?
I don't believe my job is to find myself. I believe I'm right here.
Very
A sense
literal,
of humor.
literal, aren't you?
Is that I perhaps don't understand your meaning. Well, I don't know if I am of any help here. I will... Where should I go while everything is recovering?
Maybe sleep would be good for you. For now.
Sleep. Perhaps. I would like to be of use should we come to blows. I do not believe I possess the same strength that Pala did.
Oh, that's
I
fine.
would like to, however, still provide some combat utility. So, I would ask at our earliest convenience that I be allowed an opportunity to acquire some tools to help.
Okay. Then we shall
Excellent.
look for something to teach you something.
Wonderful.
I
Jane
come
is
back
too
with water
tired
and
to
that's
talk, but she'll help
yeah.
fashion something that she can use later. Thank you.
You guys head to bed?
Yeah, I think Ayana just like sits in a corner and just like meditates for a couple hours, going into an elven trance instead
Not
of
the elf trance.
sleeping.
The elf trance, hell yeah.
Elf trance,
Elf
4 hour
trance,
baby.
Yeah. You guys head to bed. It is getting late. You are all very tired. Gain especially.
So, do I regain my hit points in the morning?
You
or...
do. You do. You just still have that penalty. It goes
Okay.
down to a -3 tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty chill.
So, you guys head to bed. It is a long sleep. Just curiously, everyone just give me a wisdom saving throw.
And just a real quick one.
Yeah.
Just an
Is that a
easy one.
-3 or a -4?
For you, I think it'll be flat. You don't have to worry about the penalty for this one.
Okay.
An unnatural 20.
Natural 20.
A
Pretty good
14.
wisdom saves. Okay.
Why isn't my...
Ayana, you don't have to.
Uh,
You're the only one that does not.
Oh, cool, great.
The rest of you guys, I think, first off, Grig, I think you think to yourself about that fight, and you replay moments of it. I think the thing that truly just, one of the highlights, I think, that comes to Grig is the fact that he used cold and ice. Xehanort did. And the kind of ice and cold that he used was like its own making. It wasn't infernal, abyssal, it wasn't like anything from any other planes or existence or even like Solarian magic. It's just like, because of who he is, that's the kind of thing he made. And the fact that he had such mastery of it, I think comes to your mind. I don't know where Grig goes with that, and I'm not going to tell you how you feel, but I think that's like a highlight of whatever that fight was.
Absolutely.
Certus, you're good. I don't think anything really. I think you know the. I think the what you mentioned before, the being the one that got abandoned.
Right. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's good.
Gain, you did die. I know you were vehemently every single time. You're the one that's more cursory about the party's lives and more of the let's not just rush headlong into things and just assume we can fight anything. In this case, the idea that you could fight anything has caused your death in some way, shape, or form. I'm curious what Gain thinks is her role in this adventure, and what her reasoning to continue on is.
Do you need an answer right this second?
No, that's something for you to ponder. But I personally am curious about it. Isaac,
Gotcha.
there was a moment in the fight. You threw the book to Gain. You saw the look on Xedanos' face as he was slashing you and hitting you to bits. I think you realized that you were about to die. Then you threw the book, and you saw that his expression shifted entirely. He lost all interest in you and shifted towards Gain. Gain's alive, again. Miraculously. I think what comes to mind, perhaps, is your family. Your father in particular. But I think you realize that he would not be disappointed. You think he may be even empathetic as you think about stories that he's told you about his past and his life as an adventurer, where he's bit more than he can chew. Hell, you even remember he ran away from Demise the first time he saw him. Do with that information what you will. I think these are just thoughts that may come up for your characters. How you feel about them is entirely, you decide that, obviously. Ayana, you finish your meditative trance. Your body feels... You're getting used to it for sure. Definitely lithe and a bit more limber. And it's like you've exited from your dream, so to speak, and actually entered life, and you feel like the air in here is actually a little bit stagnant in the room or whatever. You're the first to awaken. What do you do in the night?
I think I would give a nice a look over everybody else in the room. Despite I think Paula having had her own room at this inn, Ayana had no idea, so she would have just sat in the corner of whatever room, which would have been Gain's room, and just verify that everyone looks like they're okay.
Everyone's sleeping, to be certain. They don't seem like... I mean, there's an occasional, shiver that Gain has, or, a little bit of a labored breathing as she's, her body's recovering from, being dead. But it doesn't look like she's in any particular danger. Everything stabilizes after a little bit.
Cool. After that, I guess I'd probably go for a nice little nighttime walk. Early morning walk.
As you head out and you just kind of walk about the town, you hear the sound of what sounds like a lute, I'm gonna say, as it coming from the beach. It sounds very somber. There's no one really out to listen to it either. It seems like whoever's playing this is just kind of playing it. But it's a quiet melody, a little bit somber. a little bit peaceful, in a way. And the melody just
I-
continues to play.
Yeah, I think there's some curiosity. I think, yeah, Ayana would go at least to walk in that direction just to see what's over there.
You see a man on the beach side looking out into the expanse, wears a cloak. He's just plucking at the lute. From what you can tell in like this sort of like nighttime, there's a bit of light in and around in the city, and like bits of like starlight and the moon like kind of reflects down on him. You see like his black hair, tan skin, a bit younger, maybe a little bit older than you, potentially. And he's just kind of plucking at the lute, doesn't seem to notice you.
Can I see, based on it's not like there's a bit of sadness in the song. Can I do some kind of check to see if like
Make an insight check.
like if he wants to, if he like wants someone to talk? Let's see. Let's do a little insight. That's a 24.
The way the music is played, it's obvious that he's had practice to it, and it kind of sounds like a way of expressing himself. You don't think that you don't necessarily believe that this person would not accept someone coming up to him. But just the way he plays, it's like obviously he's playing music for no one, just for him. And it's like of the instance like he's on the beach. He knows that people might be able to hear this, but it's like if they hear it, that's fine. This is for him.
Yeah, I think I'll walk a little closer. Just like kind of like almost uncomfortably close without saying anything, and then just kind of stand looking at him.
Oh, you see that he starts to play. He doesn't notice you until it's like you're too close. He like looks over and like gets a little startled. He like skips a beat. You look at his face. Vague recollection. He looks like someone that Pala may have known. He looks at you, doesn't really recognize what he's looking at, and then just continues to play.
Think I might know you. May I ask your name?
He stops, looks towards you again, studies your face in the starlight, and goes, I'm Kalesh. Who are you?
As of today, I am called Ayana.
Ayan.
If I knew you before, then you may have known Pala?
Oh. You look very different.
I am not her.
Oh. What do you mean?
I am not quite sure myself. I awoke from some trance. I am unsure. Something. The man that was here stole the soul of who once inhabited this body. Then I am what's left. I would ask if you knew her and had any pertinent information of her. Anything that you know would be helpful as I try to paint her picture.
You see, with the 24 insight, there's just a look of sort of like empathy as he looks towards you, almost as if he's not necessarily experienced the same thing as you, but he, like, there's a mind that goes like, oh, I think I kind of know what she's feeling right now. And he just kind of says, well, it may be unfortunate for you to hear this, but the Pala I knew and I were at odds with each other. She did not agree.
Why?
Well, I follow the abyssal gods. I exist to free them from their unjust captures. It was them that saved me from my own prison, so to speak, and to them I feel indebted to free them from their own. I believe the way I was going about things perhaps your Pala did not agree with.
Abyssal gods. That does sound familiar. The name Orala comes to mind. Do you know what this means?
If Orala comes to mind, then I'm sure there is a reason for that. You did not tell me anything of the sort, but I can... Hold on. He pulls out a little statue, cracked eyes, and hands it to you, and says, hold this and think of a time when you were truly at your lowest.
I am sorry, I do not believe I can do this exercise. I do not have a concept of when I might have been at my lowest.
Perhaps we try something different then. Hold on to that. And he kind of just looks, he kind of like points you towards the ocean where he's looking. And he says, do your best to focus on the ocean ahead. You see the ripples of the waves, the way it crashes onto the beach, the stars that shine so brightly in the night sky. Do you feel that? That is nature. There is a certain peace to it. Make an insight
Seems
check.
peaceful, yes. Alright. I wish freaking Beyond 20 was working, but I'll just have to keep telling you
That's
the
okay.
numbers. 17.
17. You start like focusing in on sort of like what he's talking about, and yeah, like there's a bit of peace to it. And then he says, "What do you make of the way the world is here, of this scene?"
I believe it is an ocean on a beach. It's very calming. It's easy to not think of anything.
And if I were to do this, and he picks up a rock and just chucks it, and you can see like where the drop is, like the ripple effect kind of goes out. And now?
You have thrown a rock.
Yes, but what do you make of the ripples coming from it?
The peace has been disturbed.
Right. And if you keep watching, you see the ripples begin to stop and the ocean is just the ocean again. And he says, breaks in the ripples of the ocean. The introduction of something new, something chaotic in a way. It disturbs the peace of it. But in its own way, that chaos is a reflection of the nature of the ocean. The water ripples because it is water and it moves. It reacts accordingly and adjusts. If I should throw multiple rocks, and he just throws like a bunch and you see the ripples like interact with each other, it plays together. Now if you add wildlife, and he kind of like points over and you can see there's like a seagull kind of gliding and like jumps into the water, grabs a fish, And he jumps out. It says, well, you have added a bit of more chaos. Still peaceful, but with its own bit of life associated with it. That is what life is. It's chaos. But
I see you have used an ability to control wildlife to tell your story. Please continue.
that was pure coincidence, I assure you. Anyways. He says, in that sort of sense, to know that life in its inherent state is chaotic, and to recognize that ripples in the ocean are just that, ripples, and that eventually they return to what it is. That is what nature is. That is sort of the philosophy I have, where it's okay to bleed outside of the lines, to not remain a peaceful wave doing exactly what I am meant to do. Because I understand that life works better in its own beautiful way when these ripples happen, when life actually occurs. Does that make sense?
I do not. I understand what you are saying. Unfortunately, the evidence that I have been given, that being the result of Pala's feelings and struggles, points to the embrace of chaos being detrimental to one's self. She sought chaos, and it seems that it was that pursuit that helped to meet her downfall.
I think perhaps she focused on it too much in that case. Where she saw the ripples, she forgot the ocean. You're
Well,
the ocean. Whatever ripples occur from it will return back to what it once was. That the ripples do not destroy it. It bounces back. It returns to what it needed to be.
I see. In time, perhaps I will understand better. But this has been probably a valuable insight. So why are you here?
I have been
Were you involved in the struggle?
a struggle of my own, so to speak. I'm on a quest to find a relic of sorts to release one of my gods from prison. It is taking some time, however. A lot longer than we had originally anticipated.
What relic are you in search for?
He just looks at you. Make a persuasion check, but I think he recognizes kind of like how the way you're asking this.
Sure. Oof, almost. That's an 8.
8?
Yeah.
He goes, it is a particular seed of sorts. You don't have to concern yourself of it. It kind of sounds to me that you do not want to. It is no longer your struggle.
I do not know if that is the case. I do not have... I was asked if there was anything I wanted, and I do not believe there is, but I do have a duty to free the people, and in particular Pala and her siblings, from their restraints. whatever gets in the way of that, I will have to confront. That is my way.
He says, well, I hope your way and not mine lead to an understanding with each other, and perhaps, hopefully, that we could be allies. For now, however, I will tell you one thing I knew of Pala. She enjoyed music. He hands you his lute. He gestures for you to take it.
I will take it. I do not believe she played the lute.
Well, you're not her. Maybe you can play the lute.
I will consider this. You've given me a gift. I do not know if I have something to give in return.
No. It's fine. I was actually... It's strange. My sort of... master? I do not know how to refer to her. My beneficiary sort of told me to hold on to this book that I have. That one day its owner I would find once more. I would find and give it to her. He pulls out a book, old and withered. Looks like it's had some use to it, and he says, he hands it over to you and says, I believe I'm meant to give this to you. On the cover of it, it says, The Atlas of Myths and Legends, a collection of stories and myths recorded by the people of Hysteria and outside Solaris, and outside of Hysteria. This is a book on elven myths and legends with some additional stories beyond it. He just hands you the book.
I see.
He says, I think it's best if you keep this for now. I feel your plight. And while I am busy with what I have right now, should you need me, I would like to help. Provided it's not at odds with my own mission.
Understood. You've given me a second gift. I have a number of gold pieces in my pocket I can provide.
No, it's a gift can be given freely without expecting something in return. That is what this is for. Simply for you.
I have not known you very long, but you've proven to be very kind, and I appreciate this. I hope that our duties do not come at odds with each other, because I will, unfortunately, be forced to kill you.
I should hate to do the same. Truly, the Pala I knew, though we were at odds, I had hoped that we could have come to an agreement and have helped each other. But, that being said, I am sorry for what has happened to you, and do know that I would wish your success in what you are out to embark onto. If Pala embraced the chaos, because life is chaos, there's not to force life into a certain restricted cage is not its nature. That being said, an ocean at peace is at peace, regardless of the ripples or the fight of the nature. I hope you find the peace that it seems Pala may have been lacking.
Perhaps, but one day, when my duty is fulfilled, she will return, and I will go back to whatever role I filled, and your kinship may continue.
He nods for a bit
This
and
is not
says,
the end of her.
he says, I don't know. I should hope that whatever happens, that you are also set free.
I do not know I understand. As far as I am aware, I am expressly not under any contract at the moment. But I will try to consider your words and understand their meaning. But
He
I do
says,
not wish to keep you.
he says, hold on to to that figure I gave you. It will, should you have need to contact Orala, she is a force of nature. I believe she is the kind of deity that would give her power freely. Regardless, I wish you well, and I hope I hope you enjoy the freedom that you have now.
I think Ayana gives a nod, kind of a short-ish bow, and will turn and walk away.
Kalesh remains at the beach and just kind of watches the stars for the remainder that it is before you look back at some point and he's just gone. You now have a loot and
Nice.
you have a book of just myths and legends, and a symbol of Aurora.
Excellent. Yeah, I'll spend the rest of the morning reading the book.
Some good stuff in there. A lot of stories. The Manticore one you heard about is kind of in here, but like as its original form, where it was like much grittier and like darker.
Could have sworn there were meatballs in this one.
But yeah, there's something about the book that I think that as you read it, there's a strange sense of warmth, as if you were in a cozy little house as you read it. Anyways, the morning comes. The rest of you guys wake up. Everyone's back to full. A long rest is had. What do you guys do?
Oh, how are you feeling, Gain?
I've been better.
Right. So you're now at a -3 instead of a -4.
You did a good job, though.
Yes. Don't worry. It's what I'm meant to do.
Good morning, everyone. I
Ah.
believe it is my duty to inform you that there's been a change in the contents of my inventory. I've acquired a number of objects given to me by a man named Kalesh.
Hope you
That
didn't
is all.
steal that.
They were
What?
given.
Right.
Oh,
Wait, did you say Kalish?
Yes.
Oh, I know
was
that
on the
guy.
beat. It seems Pala did too.
Yeah. Wow. That would have been nice to know he was here. Or did we already know?
I definitely didn't know. When did this happen, Ayana? When did you run into?
This morning, after my meditation. He was on the beach playing a lute, which he has given me.
Oh, why'd he He gave you a loot? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not following. Did you...
And a book.
And a book.
And an icon of Orala. He was very generous and did not ask for anything in return, despite the quantity of gold pieces that I have on my person.
He's a bit of a weird guy.
Hey, Anna, did you just say an icon of Aurora as
Yes.
something?
And I'll pull out like the little statue of Orala.
It's like a little crow feather with a lot of eyes on it.
I kind of like rub my temples a little bit and like, he didn't ask you to do anything, did he? Or you...
He asked if
Didn't.
I could imagine my lowest moment, but I could not recall a moment over the last 8 hours of being alive that I felt low.
Well, okay.
Do you have,
yeah.
never mind. Go ahead, Isaac. Ask your questions.
Sorry, no. Sardis, what was it?
I was just going to do a quick physical mental check on, Ayana here. Just, do you feel any sort of emotion at all in the last couple hours you were existing?
Not particularly. I tried to recall anything. Is physical warmth an emotion?
Physical want?
Warmth.
Warmth.
As in, I was warm at some point. Does that count?
No. Are you okay? I think this is something that will evolve through time, and you'll learn. Just wanted to make sure that. Never mind. Go ahead, Isaac. Ask your questions.
Sardis, I don't really have any more questions. Ayana, if you're okay, then though, I'm not too interested in what Kalesh is doing.
That Orala could be of some help to us.
Help? Help in what way exactly?
He said that she would probably give her power freely. Perhaps we could use this?
Oh.
Yeah, maybe we can. I'm not too sure how, but yeah, maybe we can.
Wait,
He's
what
a-
was Kalesh doing here in the first place?
He mentioned looking for a relic, something involving a seed. He did not want to give me details because he was afraid that I would get in his way, but I do not know why.
Yeah, because if you told us, then we would just go looking for it. That's
Right.
okay. Yeah.
But okay. So Ayana's okay. What about everyone else after this fight and losing some people? How are you feeling, Isaac?
Sardis, I'm feeling fine.
Curtis will just look at your expression and, well, whenever you're ready to talk about it, I'm pretty sure everyone else here will have a very open ear for you.
Sure, Sardis. Thank you.
All right. Shall we? What's the next step here, fellas? The brave adventurers, where do we go now?
Are we in pursuit of relics? I feel like that was mentioned.
We
Yes.
are. Yeah, if we can find a couple more, we'd like to. I'd like to get to that seed before Kalesh, but to be honest, that's the first I've heard of it being around here that I can remember. I probably just forgot. If we could find any
There are-
relics that we could... Yeah. Sorry?
There is something in Andria. I have recollection of people that were important to Pala being there, including, I believe, her siblings and presumably herself.
We meant to go there originally, but we ended up where we did yesterday. Would you want to see Palace siblings? If you could.
If there was some way to break their contract or change it, then that would be useful for my duty.
Surely there's a way to do said things.
Yeah, maybe not to break it immediately, but we could always find out more. Maybe seeing them will help you somehow.
There is a small man who I believe knew about contracts.
Small
Man.
Perhaps he was a number of men.
Okay.
There is
Well,
a
yes.
number of limbs,
Okay.
Ah,
Narrowing it down.
multicolored
multicolored
What could that
people.
mean?
horns, lots of horns.
Horns.
Lots of horns.
Yeah,
I'm not
Some
getting
royalty.
anything.
yeah, Greg, are you not getting anything? Isadora, are you getting anything?
No, I don't think so.
Isaac, you can make a history check.
Da, 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 16.
Horns, brightly colored, multitude of people. Supposed to help with the contract. She might be talking about like Star Princess and Fitz.
I don't have any idea what she's talking.
Ah, dang. So close. Maybe that memory of yours is not back intact yet. Ayana,
Perhaps my skills of observation are wanting. I'm sorry to have misled you.
it's okay. Well, let's go ahead and head to, we'll figure it out on the way to, ooh, I'm losing my memory. Do you,
Andrea.
Andrea?
Oh,
Right.
I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
There's probably some options here in the port where we could pick up maybe some transportation or something to go southeast. Or I think that's probably our best bet. I think the innkeep downstairs was pretty nice yesterday. We could probably ask her.
Maybe so. Can I see the map, DM?
Yeah. Pull it up.
I'm the map.
By the way, if you guys did want to pursue Kalesh, because both Kalesh and Brodovin were in this town, and Zaydenno came here. So does seem to be something about Port Alexia that they are investigating. Where the fuck is this map?
Yeah, we could ask about the seed if that means anything.
Yeah, you guys could look around if that was something you wanted to pursue.
Excuse me, we're looking for the seed. Do you know where the seed is?
I want a seed. I want that seed. Do you know where it is?
You guys are smart people.
Excuse me. My little
Hi,
brother
who's
Greg
seed?
wants some seed.
Oh, oops.
I was
Easy.
told I could trade this emerald for a number of seeds.
Wait. How about you trade this gold coin for some seeds and I'll take the emerald?
Yeah, so it's gold coin. So for right now, like to get to Handria from where you guys are right now, it would take about a week and a half.
Okay.
You are in Port Alexia right now, like on the border of the Solemn Desert. Any further inward and towards Handria, you'd be traversing raw desert. If you want to, you could head to Handria in time for sure, if that's something you guys still want to explore, which kind of sounds like it is. That's still definitely available to you. Like I said before, if you want to investigate this stuff in Port Alexia as well, you sure can. You guys are smart, like Gain's intelligent. Grig reasonably so.
There you go.
But you guys could probably figure out what's going on here if you truly wanted to. But yeah, just like if that's the two things you're interested in, then yeah, either Port Alexia or Handria. And again, Handria would be like a week and a half of traversing.
Yeah, Region would be cool, but it wouldn't. I don't have a good reason to jump over there right
Yeah,
yet.
Rijon is another avenue I think was discussed where the Yokotoki is. They would be able to regenerate Gain's heart and like help out with any kind of like medical things as well. And it's also where Orwala is sort of sealed away along with the plague bone. I think the other thing you guys had mentioned was like Norca, where you guys could teleport to. And again, you
Which
have.
I don't think actually
Oh, what's up?
did Grig. I thought Grig didn't pick up teleportation circle.
You guys could still teleport there for sure. Like I think a teleportation circle was made there, or rather, maybe. I think Grig gained access to the court's teleportation circle that he could teleport to.
Oh, as in Port Alexia?
No, in court, like a.
Sorry,
in
sorry,
Nocio,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. So we would still have to go somewhere with an existing portal to go there.
Yeah, if you wanted to teleport with Grig in a teleportation circle, you would have to know the existing area. What you do have access to is Nocio, Gerlach, and then Highstat.
Okay.
Again, you do remember being teleported. Like, you guys know people with teleportation do exist, if that's something you're interested in as well.
We do have the funds for that if we so desire.
I would say I do have a number of gold. And I would like to equip myself for defense should we find ourselves at odds with someone else.
Oh, you need to buy armor and weapons, right? Okay. Yeah, we should probably
Perhaps.
take you before we go anywhere.
Would we? I mean, what's the likelihood we get into another big fight?
I do not know. But as it
Maybe.
stands, I cannot carry whatever weapons that Pala had on her person. I'm not capable. And actually, on this note, and I'll turn to Gain. When you are at a healthy point, I would ask a boon of you, if you would not mind.
I have a feeling I know what you are suggesting, and I would be happy to help as soon as I can.
So you would remove the axe head from the guitar?
As a matter of fact, I was thinking the exact same thing.
Wonderful.
Because you want to use the guitar as an instrument, or because
Not particularly.
you want to use it as a blunt instrument?
No, not. There is. I suppose. If there was one thing that I did. There is something about looking at an item that I know sparked much joy in Pala and seeing it reduced to a weapon that feels bad. It feels wrong. If I
Well-
were to bring her back, I would like to return it to a more free state.
I understand. I would gladly oblige. But if I may, I would say that it brought her great joy as it is right now. So, no need to worry about that. All the same, though, you're here right now, and I'm happy to help.
I understand. Perhaps I will consider this. But for now, spending some money on some utilities would be appreciated. I'm unsure. I do not have very good memory of this town.
I'm sure we can find something to outfit you in. No worries about that. And I don't know if you have any desire or ability to fight anything. But if you did need to, we could convert that into something a little bit easier to wield. Even if it's just temporary.
Thank you for the offer.
Like I said, take your time. Let's focus on the essentials first.
Of course. Is there any other preparation that anyone else would like to do? It seems perhaps there may be strength in numbers. The city seems like a large place.
Yes.
I
Oh yeah.
Sorry, you can go.
Oh, I was gonna go off on a tangent about helping Paolo with something. You can go first.
I think it would be a good idea to find Kalesh. I think that at the very least, even if we're not going to chase after the relic, it might be a good idea to find out more information.
Last I saw him, he was on the beach. I walked several feet and then turned back, and he was gone. He may be
Okay.
invisible as we speak.
Well, Greg might be able to help find him. I think if he gave you a couple gifts, I remember he was hesitant to fight us way back when. So yeah, I'm
We're
with
all
you, Greg.
buddy with him.
I don't remember being that friendly with him, but
Yeah, he's
maybe
a
you are.
big talker. He's a big sweetheart. That's what they
Oh,
say,
yeah?
right? Yeah.
Well, Greg, if that's what happened in hell, then yeah, maybe you should lead the charge on this one. I think you probably know how to find him better than anyone in that case. But yeah, I'd like to find him too. So while we're still here, maybe we should go see if we can learn more about the cedar, more about where Kalesh was staying.
Did he have anything particular on him, Ayana?
The only objects that he gave that I saw on his person were objects that are now in my possession. He was wearing a dark cloak.
Okay.
That is all I have.
Okie dokie.
How'd you guys get such like good friends in hell anyway? What happened down there?
You know, orgies, things like that. There's a lot of talk of orgies.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're
It was, and then he fought off a bad guy. He got some powers. But you know he was on the good side.
on the good side.
Yeah. On the good side.
All right. Well, I mean, if you say that, then yeah, let's go find him.
Does he have a sword, Eric?
You know, you've seen him.
DM.
You've seen him with his sword before. He has like a very.
Could I use
particular one.
locate object on his sword?
Yes. What is the range of that?
1,000 feet.
Make an investigation check.
Ooh. A 9.
Is anyone helping him with this?
Yeah.
I mean, I
How can I help? Let's see.
could. I don't think that'd be very helpful, though.
I've only got a +2 to investigation.
Go ahead and re-roll, Greg. They're helping you out.
Here's a guidance for you, Greg. I'm gonna hold your shoulder while you're contemplating.
Alright, nat 20. There you
Natural
go.
20 for 25. You get a ping. Kalesh is still in town. You see, like, you were originally finding a lot of trouble kind of like going around town figuring out where he is. Then you remember Ayana saying he was like near the beach and he was like looking out. I think you start moving a little bit like along the coastline instead. And you see like in some ruined parts a little bit outside of town, there's a ping that you get kind of like further deep inward, and you kind of like notice that there is like a structure still that stands that seems to be bolstered by rudimentary woodwork and like palm leaves and stuff like that to make a pretty decent shelter. It kind of looks like a base of operations. And you see there's a few people kind of like walking out and about. They're not wearing syndicate robes or anything like that. I'm not syndicate, sorry. They're not wearing like abyssal cult robes. But they are like sort of manning around. You do see that there are like some of those like mutated hyenas kind of like patrolling around with some of the people there. Like there's definitely some of those like demised animals around this area. You guess that this is like where the abyssal cult is, and you walked a little bit further down the coastline, like, and with locate object, this is kind of where it's leading you. It would have been like it would have been incredibly difficult to locate without you knowing that it's kind of there. Like they hit it fairly well. But yeah, you see what looks like a base of operations.
Okay. I mean, there's one thing Isidore wanted to say. Did you want to ask that? No? Okay. Then we're gonna just go straight into the this Bessel cult
Okay.
base of operations.
Let me pull up the. I don't have, it's not like a battle map or anything like that, but you guys are on the coastline of Port Alexia. Let me just pull up that coastline image.
Wait, sorry, I missed what happened. We're going to a cult? What's going on?
Yes.
Just to be clear about the order of operations, we're going to the cult before we get usable weapons or armor. Got it. Excellent.
Oh, I love this. This is great.
Right.
This
We're
couldn't
cool.
possibly go wrong.
We're
Yeah.
not expecting any fighting.
Yep.
Right. For sure.
Have we learned nothing?
No. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Okay. Okay, you guys continue on. I think you guys realize that with Ayana being sort of a partial soul, you're not fully certain how she would respond if she were to die again, or
Okay.
how her soul would react if it could even be brought back as a partial soul.
Okay.
Just so you guys are
I think it's
aware.
okay. Right. Well, we're not expecting any fights.
Right.
So,
I'm not saying that there is going to be a fight here, but I figured, like, just in general, if you are concerned that a fight will happen,
Gotcha.
I figured I should give you some information, some
she
pertinent
can stand her
information.
own, for sure.
Um,
She's fine.
she's good. She's good. Greg, you start just walking up. You guys just follow Greg as he starts walking up to this abyssal cult base.
Yeah.
You guys begin to walk up. Some hyenas spot you immediately and begin to like yelp very loudly, like an alarm. And some guy starts yelling, "Visitors! Adventurers!" Like a bell alarms. And all of a sudden, you guys start seeing a scramble as they start to cast some magics and the like to sort of like build a defensive fortress. As like Kalesh rushes out, sword in hand, full like armor, his like wings out, as he kind of yells out, "Retreat if you know what's good for you." Before he recognizes all of you, he puts a hand up as sort of everyone like just stops for a bit as they look towards you guys, and he says, "Bad benefits, I am not here to cause any problems. Listen, I do not want to fight you. It would be best if you were just to turn and walk away, to forget that we are even here."
Bobby, Kalish, how's it going?
Hello, Grig. I'm glad to see that you are back into the material plane and you are not hurt.
Yeah, you too. Last time I saw you, you were fighting a really big Betty. A thick Betty.
Yes, that's... Yes, you mean the Archdevil. Yes, yes, I recall that. Very glad that he did not dismember you limb from limb.
Yeah.
He says, why are you here?
Oh, we're just looking around. Not fighting or anything.
Make a persuasion check.
We're just looking around.
An 11.
You see, he says, you're just looking around, but you so happen to have found our base of operations. Just
No,
after I talked to Ayana. The
What?
night
No,
before.
that's-
Yes,
It ju-
hello.
Hello,
It
Ayana.
just happens to be that way. So you see, she said she spoke to you. I was like, yeah, me and Kalesh are buddies, because we did hell together. It was like a vacation. So so I was like, oh, let's go find him. And then she said that you're talking about a relic, and you know we're like relic hunters, but we didn't even know that a relic was here. So we were like really confused. So we were like, why don't we just ask him? Because we were gonna head to Handria, but we were like, oh, if Kalesh is here, let's just say hi to our old friend Kalesh, and you know, see if we can find any information. See if you've got any, and then we were just gonna like have some tea or have some food. We just had a big fight with Zetino, and that it was really bad. We had Gain, Gain over there. She was dead last night. It was crazy. But now she's not dead, and Paolo's gone, as you know, because he spoke with Diana. So things aren't looking up for us. So we just wanted to talk and maybe have some food and learn more about the relic.
What did you do to provoke the Lord's ire?
It's really a long story. Like, we're honestly not here to get in your way. Grig's right. If anything, I mean, you've helped Pala, and I still remember what happened last time we came across each other. If anything, maybe we could help you somehow.
You see, he puts his sword down. He says, you understand my mission is to free my gods from their prison.
I understand.
You would help me with that.
I kind of like glance over at Isidore and then look back at Kalesh. The way we're going now, gods this, and Drala that, demise this. It's not that we care about the gods anymore. I think I just care about my friends in Solaris. I don't want Zetino to do as he pleases. I'd rather just do what I know where I can.
Make a persuasion or deception check, depending on how Isaac feels.
33. What?
Oh
Why
my
do you have a
God.
plus 16? Where's the plus 16 coming from?
Oh my god damn.
He's Isaac has some buffs that I may regret giving to him, but that's okay.
Broken.
Literally, the worst he can roll is a 17 on a persuasion
Yeah,
check.
yeah. Like
What the heck?
it's good. So you see, Kalesh doesn't fully understand what you're talking about, but he kind of just goes, "You have done pretty impressive deeds before." Very well. At the very least, we can talk. If you truly are not here for combat, then yes, perhaps we could find a way to work together. He kind of like sheathes his sword. He puts his hand. He like gestures with his hand, and everyone, like all the Abyssal Cult members, like put down their weapons and stuff like that. And you see Kalesh says, "Please enter, but I would ask that you leave your weapons as just a precautionary tale. If that is all right with you."
I do not have any weapons, so I believe I may move forward.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right, Ayana. I don't mind. Drop it.
Okay. I promise you will get your... I'm not a thief. I plan on giving you back your armaments. He gestures you guys in, and I think next session you guys will be speaking with Kalesh on how to obtain the relic and free an Abyssal God.
Okay.
Great,
Nice.
cool.
Cool.
This is perfect.
That's where we all thought this was gonna go.
Yeah.
This
Right.
is perfect.
Wow. What a session. Yeah, I was definitely... That was not in the itinerary at all. 100%.
I got Eric. There was like we were so equal on literally every path that we had before us. I don't like. We really could have ended up anywhere.
Correct. I agree with that. So helping Kalesh and like finding him and talking to him was not something that I thought was even on the table.
Rig, baby.
Rig, baby. Gotta look
Yeah,
good.
I mean, as far
It's really
as
nice
like,
playing a character who doesn't care about keeping secrets. It's really nice. I gotta be real. Just saying everything all the time.
it seems to be working out, I guess. So yeah, well, I guess we'll see what happens here. You guys are going to be helping Kalesh directly, without direct involvement from like Zedano, or like Brodovan. So that's gonna be interesting.
I don't know. Did we necessarily like? I guess. Yeah. I guess we are just trying to get the relic. The freeing the god part we haven't really gotten to yet.
No, but he's believing you guys that you're here to help him.
Right.
So yeah, I guess we'll see what happens.
Grig's intention, like Grig's whole intention, was just even if he gets the relic, then at least we know that they have the relic instead of it being an unknown thing.
Yeah,
It's not a bad idea.
I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
Also, like, minimizing collateral damage, because, like, last time they freed an Abyssal God, they had to take out Kagita, like an Indra, and I had to lose my powers to give up. But, like, you know, if we can minimize what happens instead, if it's gonna happen
Also,
anyway.
You know, all those
Yeah.
innocent women.
It's pretty
that were-
smart.
those-
Yeah, it's pretty smart.
Grig thinking for once, almost.
Yeah, that's a
Amazing
good
work,
idea
Greg.
for. Yeah.
Big brain moment. Oh, Eric, something I wanted to do, and I really wanted to do this before 24 hours have passed since we fought. I want to talk with Ayana and work on using, I think it was manipulate memories or something like that. I forgot the
Modify
specific name
memory?
of the spell. Modify memory to try to unlock what maybe like there's a couple things. One, try to unlock more of her memories, and in the process, giving her Frappe's unadulterated memories back, or at least
Okay.
touching on some of Frappe's memories.
Ayana, do you consent to this?
So I would say, and I guess this would to not leave too much to chance. The memories aren't like they are two different beings, at least as far as the setup for the character is. So if you wouldn't be modifying Pala's memories. Like, Ayana's memories are what she has currently. It's not like she's lost them. This is like a part of Pala that was sitting in the corner of her brain for her whole life. So this is a unique consciousness, so to speak.
Right.
You could artificially, like, provide memories. I don't know, as a player, I don't know if I really want to do that, per se.
No. My goal wasn't to like modify your memory. That wasn't my goal. Like change your memories or anything. My goal was to, within the past 24 hours, the way I see it is, and Eric has a ruling on this. I don't know what he'll decide to do, but like within the past 24 hours, that's a key window for the spell. There was an important event occurred in your memories, right? And I want to see if I could exploit that and crack it open pretty much and just get as much information out of it as possible, but not modify anything. More like break it open. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Something
Okay.
happened in the last 24 hours. I don't know if I can do anything, but if I wait till more than 24 hours from now, it's worth a shot just to see what we can get out of this, pretty much. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I feel like if we could gather information that way, that would be cool. I as a player, I'm not interested necessarily in like having I just like the angle of not having all those memories as well. Like I do want to play Ayana as she is.
Right.
But if you were able to do that to, like, I wouldn't be opposed to you seeing the memories yourself and then making interpretations based on those yourself. But yeah, if it would mean potentially making Ayana more like Pala, not necessarily as like a result, I don't know if I'd want that.
Right. No, I think it's more just like, what can we get out of what Frappe might have known or Pala might have known, but those memories were locked away, and then extracting that information and learning something useful about Zetano, or potentially useful, like get leverage against Zetano, or learn about what he's doing, or learn about Frappe, the nature of these things. Not so much restore your memories, but just, I think Isidore just wants to get knowledge, and he sees a 24-hour sliding window where there's a potential for exploiting this like break in the spell or the contract, maybe, when this happened, that can be exploitable.
That totally makes sense. Yeah, as long as it's not. Yeah, I think under that understanding, I feel like that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Okay. So you want to use the spell to see what memories that Frappe had at the moment she was Frappe.
I'm trying to get whatever I can. I like whatever I can get out of this, like this little sliver of time in the past 24 hours when this new person was born out of Pala/Frappe. Like, I'm just trying to like look at it, examine it, crack it open like a walnut, and get whatever I can out of it. Like anything useful at all would be welcome. Anything.
And Ayana, you're allowing this.
Yeah, as long as it's not gonna make the character different, I'm cool with it.
Yeah. Okay. You do this, Isidore. You kind of like wrap onto it. Make me a charisma check.
Okay. That was almost a natural 20. It was a 2 though.
Does
7.
I mean, I am helping you. Does that work?
I'll allow it. You can reroll.
All right, let's hope that we get something a little better. All right, a 21. That's better.
Okay, significantly better. 21. I think... Okay. You tap into that feeling of what Frappe was Frappe. It's kind of difficult because, yes, Ayana's a partial soul, and like the vision you're looking at is like you're looking at a memory through a TV screen. The TV is like 10 feet away. You know?
Right.
And it's hard to like really focus in on that. I'm gonna ask you, as you're casting this spell, do you lean into any power, or do you like try to lean into like that demise given power that you have? Do you try to go through this in an analytical perspective? Do you try to go through it in like an emotional perspective? Like, what do you lean into?
I mean, I think Isidore will try to, if you'll allow it, I'll try to like bolster maybe like my clarity by using both of my spell slots, if you'll allow that.
Okay.
To like double up on it. So using both my spell slots.
Okay.
And then I'll just throw all of my hearts. Those refresh every long rest, right?
Sure.
The hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just throw all those motes too, just to give myself the best chance of clarity. And as far as specifically what he's leaning into, I mean, I guess probably tactical knowledge about the nature of Frappe, the nature of what Zetno's trying to do would be more useful at this point, I think, for us.
Okay.
I'll let everyone else, before I make my final, that's my initial decision, but anybody else wants to speak up right now and say what I should be doing, if they think there's a better like logically for the game, better way to like thing to look for, let me know now.
Go with your heart.
Yeah, go with your heart.
All right. Well, let's see what we can get about Frappe and Zetno, like from a tactical, like
Okay.
look for weaknesses or knowledge of what he's trying to do. That's kind of like what I'm trying to look for, like leverage to exploit.
You see, as you're kind of like going through that with a 21 charisma check, which is very good, you see how Pala is improved, or rather, Frappe is improved by her being bolstered in strength. I think you gleam to knowing that the closer she is to Zedano, the stronger she is. I think you also recognize that Zedano is quite a powerful individual in the sense that what he achieved here with Frappe is the creation of an artificial angel. In the sense that a god can create an angel through divine means from ground up. What Zedano did was he used what the natural world provided, and what magic is allowed, into creating bit by bit, block by block, a entity with a potent blood and like body that could withstand a powerful transmutation effect. And what you catch with a 21 is that when the moon was out and bright, there was a surge of strength that caused this to happen. You get tactically that there is a connection between Zedano and the moon, and Frappe and the moon.
Okay. I guess whenever it is that we do this, if we did it before we went to Kolesh or whatever, I guess Izor will pass this information on to everyone else. It seems like there's a connection between the moon and Zetno. So if we ever do fight him again, we do not want the moon to be full. We probably want there to be no moon at all, preferably.
You,
Yeah.
Isaac, and Gain, and Grig, roll me history checks.
Oh boy. Ooh, 21.
13, okay.
13.
Greek. Little guy. Can I roll a history check for me? Guess he's not there, that's fine. Gain.
Wait.
Oh.
Wait, sorry. Me?
Yeah, roll a history check, yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear great.
Okay.
21.
Gain and Grig, you two seem to recall that whenever June had like that vision and she was explaining to you guys everything that she was seeing through Brodovant's eyes, you guys remember that one of Zedano's like lackeys was a white werewolf that seemed to respect and highly value Zedano. Like, you could tell there was like a pure loyalty to that werewolf to Zedano. And I think that like connection to the moon, once Isidore says that, like there's a kind of a connection there.
So the werewolves are in cahoots?
He's the werewolf king.
He a werewolf himself?
He's the king of the wolves, of the wares.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, like
just got a
Xanadu
message.
commands a werewolf army, effectively.
But why? But why?
But why, indeed?
I know why. Klesh just told me a minute ago. He told me Isaac. Zetno is Greg Tinker. He's a
He's a
werewolf.
green paw.
The grandpa.
My green deed is
That would be the
my
biggest
green
plot
deed is
twist.
Zet now.
That would be funny.
I guess it's
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah, Greg.
Wait,
I
it
mean-
actually it is possible because you said
Mm.
like you could tell he was like hiding his true form or something, right, June?
Did June say that? he
June
was
didn't
hiding
say
his-
that. No.
Oh no,
I
June.
think
Somebody,
June saw it in her vision, but
Ah.
obviously it's not with the group.
right?
Mhm.
I'm talking from a meta perspective, I guess at this point. Yeah.
Oh, then yeah.
And from a meta perspective, Hitaro seems to hate this guy.
Yeah, Hitaro's a little scared man, doing
Yeah.
scared man things, you know.
Yeah.
They did hate Hitaro, the werewolves, by the way.
It's true.
Like I remember, like Pallet briefly mentioned them in the meeting. And they were like, "Who? What?"
Does this guy think
Uh,
he is?
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
I may should have refreshed
Yeah.
that he headed a werewolf army and seemed to have some control over werewolves before the fight.
Well, no, we did mention to like it was mentioned when we were prepping that
Okay.
we were like I brought it up that he does have like werewolves, and then I think it was when you said that he agreed to like come alone that we're like, oh, okay, so werewolves, we don't got to worry about them. I don't think we ever made the connection that he might just also be a werewolf. I guess we interpreted it as businessman made deal to get werewolves.
Yeah. I was just thinking about it meta-wise, and do you think Zetno is like trying to become a god, or you think he's picking a different god? Because I would almost go with the former, because meta-wise, if he's being called a threat, right? You know, then they don't like him because of that. He's also the leader of werewolves, and he's using
if he-
Androl and Demise's power. Yeah.
Yeah, if he wanted, because the thing was that the werewolves wanted to make the whole world into lycanthropes. They wanted to give everybody the gift, as they called it. So, I guess if everybody's a werewolf and there's a werewolf god, then that god would presumably become the most powerful god, wouldn't it?
I guess for Solaris. For that case.
Do you think his plan is to make a pop idol group that's so popular that makes everyone want to become werewolves because they idolize the
Oh,
pop
Zetno's
idol?
trying to make dog girls real. Every
That's right. He's
You
gonna
guys
make
finally
he's turning them
cracked
into
it.
VTubers.
You guys finally cracked it. That's
Oh.
right, dude. Dog girls VTubers. Correct. Correct.
He just works for like a black entertainment company, right? So he's like making the VTubers work really hard, and that's what Pala
Yeah.
was. And he's gonna give evil contracts to everyone. Zetno's extremely based.
We didn't see this coming.
Extremely
Zetno's
based.
gonna invent VR chat.
No way, dude.
Didn't know Zetno
yeah.
was doggy pilled.
I hate that. I hate that phrase. I'll never say that ever again. But yeah.
Good session.
Cool. Good session.
Good session.